What's good, people? Old Styles in the building. Let's get right into it. L Selectors in the building. We talking about you know who and you know what and the this and the that and the that and the this, bro. Drake, Kendrick Lamar, L Selector. Just briefly introduce yourself. Let the people know what's going on, man. What you
I'll,
got going on, man. Yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah.
select her. We're not even gonna wait. We're not even gonna spend no time on this, bro. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. You already know who it is. I've been on this channel numerous times. Let's get right into it. L Selector. You already know. I'm back. Let's get it.
Okay, so Drake, like he was the golden boy of Toronto. He brought Toronto, his hip hop scene, out of the darkness, out of the shadows, out of the underground. He brought us mainstream in about what 2008, 2009. I would say about maybe 2011. He was like a certified star all over the USA. And fast forward now, what 13 years, 14 years later, and like has Toronto turned their back on Drake after this Kendrick Lamar beef? What's your thoughts on this? Like, how do you what's going on, bro?
Yo, honestly, there's a whole whirlwind going on. It seems like there's a tornado that's hits. I don't know where this is. I don't know how this is. Like, I know where I know what's going on, but it's there's so much going on. It's like we can't even get into all the details. But it seems like the CBC, the media, they're starting to put out all these allegations against Drake. There's the shooting that happened at his house during after this Kendrick Lamar beef. It seems like radio hosts, DJs, all types of people are starting to expose Drake and say their piece on Drake, and basically just kind of like the media, they're coming out here saying he's hanging out with quote unquote members of the Hells Angels biker gang, and just this Toronto Sun. Bro, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's just like one thing after another, and it seems like the media's just turned their back on this guy. At one point he was like the media darling, like he was the pride and joy, like there was an awe of him, when he made it, and his how blowing up, and him performing at the Much Music Awards, and him doing here, him going here, and him just performing here, performing there, and just putting out all this music, all this media stuff, and just pushing it, and just like, I mean, pushing the envelope in Canadian music scene. And now it seems like out of nowhere, it seems like the Toronto media, it seems like people in Toronto are just literally turning their back on him and walking away from him, bro.
I 100% agree, brother. I man, listen, I'll tell you a personal story, man. I'll never forget this, bro. I remember it was grad night. If you don't know what grad night is, people, we have an amusement park in Toronto, Canada. It's called Canada's Wonderland. I was a pup. I was young. And I'm around the same age as Drake, not to age myself, but I was at this grad night. I was there and I became stranded at this grad night. And I had friends who knew Drake. I looking back now, it was what it was, it is what it is, but Drake picked me up. Drake came to Canada's Wonderland, picked up me and my three friends. One of my friends, who I'm not going to say his name. We both know exactly who it is. I'm not going to say his name. He called Drake. Drake picked us up. Drake dropped me not home. He dropped me back to my block, dropped me back to my area, and I went home. Didn't know it then. Didn't realize what was going on then, who he was. Didn't know he was going to be the star who he was. But I mean, he's good in my books. He gave me a ride home. I was stranded, bro. Bro, he gave me a ride home. I have nothing but I don't know where this is all coming from. He was good in my books. He didn't do nothing to nobody that I know personally. But apparently the doors are being opened. The books are being opened, and this guy is going through it right now. I mean, I have never seen such a shift on one person in Canadian history like this. I have never Kendrick Lamar, New King Ho named this restaurant from downtown Toronto. Let's just get right into it. New King Ho named a dish after Kendrick Lamar. New King Ho is a staple in the Chinese district of downtown Toronto on Spadina. It's a restaurant. Me and El Selector, we've known this restaurant for years, for decades. But it might be new to some people. And this restaurant got a shout out in Kendrick Lamar's dish track. And like New King Ho just out of nowhere no allegiance to Drake whatsoever, named the dish after him. We had Much Music. He had different like CBC, the Toronto Sun, all these major syndicates going to New King Ho, interviewing people, you know, all this, all that. Drake had the owner in his video, all this and all that, but like it just it just hasn't done anything for him. Like that video that he dropped didn't do anything for him, really. Ultimately, Kendrick pretty much is winning. Pretty much Kendrick won. It's done. How can this guy come back and now he's just getting exposed? Canadian media is turning their backs on this guy. Like, what the heck's going on? The Pulitzer Prize winner Kendrick Lamar, right? And then there's Drake. They're saying his name in like a negative light. Every single broadcast I saw in the last couple days, Drake in this negative light, and then Kendrick Lamar, the Pulitzer Prize winner Kendrick Lamar. Like, what is going on? I haven't seen nothing like this before. This is crazy, bro. Kendrick Lamar, oh my goodness, bro. What did you do to this man, bro?
No, I agree with you 100%. Honestly, like, I don't know, man. Like, it just seems like it's kind of strange, like this whole situation. Like, one day he's the top artist. He gets into. It seemed like it started with the Future situation. He got into a situation with Future and all the and Playboy Cardi and these rappers. They made a song, right? They made that. I don't. What was the song called? There. What's that
Like
song
that.
called?
Like
Like
that.
that. And then they did a whole song. Pretty good song, right? Well, I don't know. I don't know what to say about it. I don't know. Like, yo, it was a cool video, bro. It was like it was whatever. I guess it was, I mean, it was a hood track. You feel me? Like, but at the same time, though, it's just like then Kendrick Lamar, and then it's just like J Cole came in there, and then J Cole ran out of there, and then Drake versus Kendrick, and then Rick Ross came in there, and Rick Ross started pouncing on Drake, and then it's just like literally everybody and their mother started pouncing on Drake. It was like the industry started to like collapse on this guy. Everyone who he worked with, people he was doing songs with, they started, and then Kendrick Lamar just it was like literally like a jumping. They jumped him, and then it seems like after they jumped him, it seems like you know people are just like he battled Kendrick Lamar, and then the weekend came after him. And then it's just like now he's just duking out, and then he comes in and he's battling all these people. He's trying to battle for his life. And then it just seems like the media and everybody's just coming after him. And now it's just like there's so much things coming out. Like it's hard, a little bit hard to decipher through what's what, right? Which we're still trying to put, figure out, pick out the pieces and try to come up with an overall a synopsis on where this is going or where this might go. But at the same
So
time, it's kind of like I don't know. I just don't know. I don't understand what happened that spiraled all of this into this right now what we have here where it's like nobody likes this guy anymore. It's like people are picking sides like okay, Kendrick Lamar, it's time. Is it the industry wants to get rid of him?
I think so. I think so. They're tired. Like Kendrick broke it all down, man. Like in the three tracks, he broke it all down, bro. Like they're tired of this Canadian N word running rap, bro. They're just tired of it. The culture, quote unquote, the culture is tired of him. They don't even want him saying the N word no more. They don't want him talking tough, talking gangster no more. They don't want him eating up all the money in the record industry anymore. 400 mil. They don't want to hear this Canadian guy getting 400 mil. They don't like that. And he's saying the N word and he's going to Atlanta, trying to be cool with all the guys in Atlanta, 2 Chains, 21, Future. He's trying to be cool with all of them. Then he leaves from there. Then he goes to LA, tries to be cool with Kendrick and who else? The Game and Chris Brown. Chris Brown's not from LA, but he's trying to be cool with them, right? Then he goes, over to where else? He goes to
London,
Miami. He tries to be
London.
cool with Rick Ross and all those guys and Lil Wayne and Birdman. He tries to go to the South. He tries to be cool with them. Block Boy JB makes songs with everybody. Makes songs with he's just trying to be cool with everybody. Everybody's trying to be cool with, and it's like this guy's a colonizer, like Kendrick said. He's a colonizer. Then he runs back to Canada and sneak disses everybody on his own albums and his own on his own tip. Like they're just tired
Yeah,
of it. They're just
yeah,
tired of it.
yeah. I noticed that. I noticed that there was a lot of people in the UK upset at him at one point. They were saying that he was jocking UK flows. I know he had that beef with Movado, right? I know Jamaicans, a lot of Jamaicans were like, seeing what was going on with that. Like, what was the whole cassava? You know what I mean? They're talking about cassava. Is that a neighborhood out there or something? What is
Yeah,
that?
yeah, that's where Movado's from. Yeah.
And then he's saying that Drake was talking about his neighborhood, and then Movado came through, and then it seems like, what I mean, he's been having a lot of tension with a lot of artists. Is this why this situation is happening? Is it like, okay, you know what, Code Red, man? Shouts to Nads, man. Nads, what's your
Nas
take
in the
on that?
building. Nas,
I
break it all down, Nas. Let us know what's
okay.
going
I've
on. Did
been.
Toronto turn their
Hi,
back on the Drake?
I know it's Hi guys, hi everyone, whoever's watching.
Yeah,
I've been following this. The I'm not, as I said, what Omari said. I have never seen this before when it came to Drake. I've seen Drake enter into rap battles with Meat Mills, with of course Rick Ross, with Pusha T when that situation happened, and he always bounced back, and he even gotten bigger. But this situation, I've never in my life seen somebody been scrutinized so badly for the past week. I've been on YouTube. It's like my life has just been engulfed in this situation. Timelines after timelines of people just like going in on Drake, and a lot of things have been like certain stories I've heard about him concerning young girls in the past, but it's getting like rooted back up again. And people are deep diving. They're like going into this whole security situation, just his old legal foes, he has extra kids out there, and people bringing receipts concerning. It's like it's been a huge media frenzy for the past week, and I've never seen them go after Drake like this. And you have one or two that are like caping for him, and I wouldn't say caping, but they're like sticking up for him and stuff like that. But it's not working. Like the public opinion, they're just on this whole situation of just exposing them now, and it's just been crazy. Like I've never seen this before. Like my whole life has just been engulfed in it. So it's like I
So
don't
can
know.
you
Like
expand on the security
yeah,
part? Can you just because you said a lot, you listed like a lot of things there. Can you just start
yeah.
with the security? What's going on with the whole security?
Okay.
That's like the latest. What happened with that? The
Okay,
security part.
well, what they were saying is right after the whole Kendrick Lamar's like the songs dropping, and that not like us dropping with his like the photo of his mansion with the sexual predator list, things that popping up on the house and stuff like that. Now after that whole that situation, I guess there was a security guard that was shot in front of Drake's home. I think that happened on either a Monday or Tuesday. I think it was either some earlier this week, and or was it last week? I can't remember because so much has happened. But they're saying that somebody just they were hearing like this loud music at around 2 a.m. and the security guard went to go see what was going on, and then he ended up getting shot, and that was it. The car drove off. Nothing. That's all we heard. There's been no information about, no updates.
Now
We don't
pause.
even
Okay,
know.
okay. One thing, one
Yeah.
second there. So
Yes.
I'll select there. Was that EXO?
Yeah.
Was that some type of
I
retaliation
heard
from what
about
happened
that.
in
Yeah.
LA, or what's going on with that?
Yeah.
I'll select
yeah,
there.
yo, yeah, yeah. Honestly, I still don't know. I don't know. We're
Yeah.
hearing that.
Nobody
We're
knows.
hearing
Yeah.
that nobody knows who's who. We heard that somebody from the EXO camp was shot. That's what you heard. That's what I heard. There was a shooting in Los Angeles. I'm not in Los Angeles,
Yeah.
so Los
Yeah.
Angeles people, please confirm. We don't know. We're not in the LA area. We're up north.
Yeah.
But at the same time, though, we heard that. If those who don't know, EXO is a group of artists, and it's a music company, as a music business company owned by what's it called, The Weekend, EXO Cash, Belly, a bunch of guys from the Ottawa Scarborough area that run that music company. They own it, they run it, they signed acts. The Weekend is signed on there. It's a business. They run an empire. They run a business empire over there, a music empire over there. They have a lot of talented acts. They have songwriters, et cetera, and they make producers. They have everything. You got it. They got it over there. And supposedly one of the presidents or CEOs of the company was shot. His security guard was shot, and then all of a sudden, a week later, you hear Drake's security guard shot. Now I don't know the correlation. I don't know if they were involved in that shooting. I don't know if these guys are the ones who did the shooting. I don't know who shot. This gentleman's here right here is at Cash XO. I don't know who shot him, his security guard at his house in Los Angeles. These are Canadian guys. These are not American guys, but something happened over there, and all of a sudden something happens in Toronto. So we don't know if it has something to correlation with that, or is it some street beef Drake has. We know that he had problems with some of these Western Road guys over there, the rappers over there, right? Was it those guys who pulled up on him? Was it maybe some Atlanta guys, with some Los Angeles guys? Was it maybe some local beef he has with some people in Toronto? Was this some guys from Jamaica, from like the movie Belly? The guy comes over and flies into town to do a job. We don't know, but at the same time, it's a little bit something going on over here. You see what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, we don't know though, but it's looking a little bit suspicious. I just don't understand how. Like, I get it, when the shit hits the fan, it hits the fan. But man, it's hitting the fan very hard for Drake. We all go through trials and tribulations in our life, but man, this is too much though, bro. Like, I don't know how he's just, if he can weather through this. This guy's Teflon. This is John Gotti over here. But at the same time, even John Gotti had his feet. So I'm just saying, man. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't know if it was the EXO guys who shot him. I'm not saying that. We don't know. We don't know. Nobody knows. We don't know if some people said Drake might have staged the whole thing.
I heard that too, especially the it's the media in the states. Because
Yeah,
they don't like the fact that the Canadian media is stating that it's they're trying to, because if you look at what it first happened, immediately they brought up, oh, Drake had the beef with Kendrick Lamar. They're trying to paint a picture that it's because of that, and the American media is shutting it down. Like, they're shutting it down. Like, everybody, because I watch a lot of YouTube, and there's a lot of them are from the states. They're immediately shutting it down. They're saying, "Oh, it's not has nothing to do with that." The Canadian media, they're trying to say that. Um, I've heard them saying that, yeah, Drake staged it. He's playing the victim. Like, I'm hearing all these type of things, and at the same time, we still don't know what really happened. We don't even know, did the security guy really get shot? Like, and now I'm thinking that too, and I'm like, well,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
and I'm like,
nobody knows where the security guard is. There's no
yeah,
updates on it. We don't even know who he is or what he is. We
yeah.
don't even know. Nobody knows. Nobody
Nobody
knows
knows.
that they've multiple arrests. People have been trying to break into his house or enter into his house since the.
But that's happened before. Sorry
Yeah,
to cut you off there,
yeah,
El Selector. But I
yeah,
was having this conversation with Maria before the live, and I was trying to tell him there's channels in the states that are pulling receipts about Drake's having security issues from 2017, back in his LA home, 2021 situation that happened at that is Toronto home, with the lady that pulled up there with a pipe and hit the security guard with a pipe and had a knife and tried to storm the house. So ever since 2019, from when he first built the house, he's been having a lot of security issues. That Bridle Path is easy to drive in and out of there. We drove by there last year. It's gated. It's not gated. Like, it's not like how some of these estates in the states where it's like it's gated, where you have to buzz in to get into this certain area of the homes. It's not like that in Bridle
yeah,
Path. You can literally drive through this TTC bus that passed by there. So it's like it's open to the public. And what the American media is upset is that, they're painting this. They're trying to make it look like, okay, Kendrick Lamar opened up his address for crazy people to come in. But Drake's address has always been known to the city and the world, because he showed his house on social media. People know, like, where he lives, the kind of thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's weird. It's weird how all these coincidences are happening right after this situation. And
yeah.
a lot. As I said, else, I've never seen this before. This is oh my gosh, the things that
And
they're
didn't sorry to
being
interrupt there.
open.
Didn't
Yeah, yeah,
Kanye
yeah.
West drop his address
Yes,
at
Yep.
he
one point in
did.
time as well
Yeah,
too? And
he
that didn't
Yep.
do
did.
nothing. That didn't do this.
Yeah,
During
Then
that
do
beef,
this.
Kanye dropped the album. Kanye dropped the diss track. Kanye dropped the
yeah,
whole, dropped his location. Didn't do
yeah.
any of this. Didn't
And
do
they
any of
and
this.
there are reports allegedly that he has a lot of local beef. He has his little situations
That's
with certain
true.
guys over here
Yeah,
in the city that
I
have
heard
an
about
axe
that.
to
Yeah,
grind with him, and he has an axe with them. Just some local personal stuff that he's been having. We may not know about, but he has little local guys that he has issues with. So was it
yeah,
one of those guys who might have came through and, like they say, slide the block real quick, and what I mean, pull a little quick. I mean, he's right now, when you're at a vulnerable state, it's easy. What I mean, some guys, they come in there and they make, they come in there and put it. Or was it just some a clout chaser who's like, let me go spin the block real quick on Drake.
Yeah.
Let me. I've been. Sometimes you never know. Some guys might not like him. You know what I mean? So maybe a guy that maybe one of the young bulls are like, let me go and see Drake real quick. You
Yeah.
know, maybe it was a crazy white guy who's a Kendrick hipster guy in an apartment in whatever in freaking Ronsonsville that came over there and said, I'm gonna go see Drake today. Hop on the bus and just, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I don't know
You know,
why. What would possess him to think that he can just walk up into Drake's? But it's because of the area. Bridle path is so
yeah,
open, so it's like they need to gate some of those areas because it's
yeah,
like, and I think they're probably going to start doing that because it's just like it's so open. Anybody can drive in there and drive out. You know what I mean?
yeah. That's
So
the thing. Like
yeah,
Drake's gonna have to have like some armed guards, armed, like
yeah,
armed, like people with some pistols. If I was him
yeah,
personally, he probably should just, if he wants, again, maybe he's a tough guy, he doesn't care. He's like, whatever, I'm going back home, I'm going to sleep, and
yeah,
ain't none but a chicken wing or whatever. But at the same time, or he could be like, yo, let me get some armed security over here, and anyone
yeah.
who slides over here, they're gonna get touched up real quick. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Or maybe he can be just like, yo, I'm out of here. Let me just lay
Move.
low.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
lay low for a while and then
Mhm.
reappear when shit cools off, and then I'll
Well,
go back home.
he has appeared at Dave and Buster's. People, trust me, the American media is on.
Oh, really? He's at Dave and Buster's
He's
right
at
now?
He's
Dave
at
and
Dave and Buster's
Buster's.
DJing, and they're clowning him. I'm like, oh my god, that poor Drake.
They say
I
this.
feel
He
sorry
rents
for.
out the spot. He invites all his. That's where he brings. That's where he does his grooming, quote
Yes,
unquote. He
What the
yo,
brings them
hell?
all there, bro. To
Oh,
Dave
he
and
bro.
goes to Dave
Buster's.
and Buster's. Which Dave and Buster's? The one on over there on Highway 7 over there?
There's
I don't
that
know. We
one.
don't know.
I think
We don't know.
there's a couple locations. There's one in Oakwood.
Yeah,
I don't know. It could be that one.
but I don't
But
know if
remember he
it may
had
not
beef with
even be
Big
in
Page.
Toronto.
Don't forget about
Yeah,
him and Big Page
Yeah,
had that
Big
beef back in the
Page.
day,
Maybe, yeah, Big
right?
Page. Remember, that's
Over
still, you
that
know what I mean?
song. Yep.
Yeah, there could still be some tension regarding that situation. There's a lot of, he has
oh,
a
I didn't hear
lot of
about that.
issues.
Yeah,
Big
Bro,
what
he has
happened
the
Page.
with that
Big
Yep.
Big
situation?
Page situation with the I'm
I
Still
remember
Fly
Big
song,
Page
bro.
called him a snitch, right? Because
Snitch.
because I think Drake
Ah.
thought that it was Big Page's
They
guys that took
robbed
his
him. Remember
chain
they
that
pulled a
time.
gun on him? They pulled a
Yeah,
gun
Oh
on him,
yeah.
stole,
Oh yes,
yeah.
took his
yes.
watch and his money.
And that was in thing. They thought it was
Oh, I remember that.
the
Yeah.
girl was
On
involved
College
too.
Street, yeah, on College Street over there. So yo, he's
Yeah,
had some
they
local
took.
issues. He had the beef with the
Yeah.
Scrap Gang guys on Western Road. Those guys had an axe to ground with Drizzy. They've been going back and forth in the DMs, smack talking each other. You know, what I mean, like you never know, right? Like I don't know. Honestly,
Top five
I'm
came
not.
out and said that they don't mess with him. I saw some
There's
clip.
no
Well,
money in the
they
books.
say he's trolling. He said that they said he might be trolling. They said
Who
they
top
might be
Yeah.
five?
might
Eh?
Top
top
Yeah,
five
five.
said
Yeah,
he's not.
we
There's
we
no
he's
money
can't
in the
trolling.
say yeah.
canteen. He said there's no money. He's in the pen right. He's fighting for. He's fighting the biggest case of his life right now. He may never come home. Top five.
And remember,
There's no
don't
money
forget
in the
about Tory
canteen,
Lanez. Don't forget about Tory Lanez. He hasn't had nothing to say about Tory Lanez. Didn't
bro.
say a word about Tory
Yo,
Lanez.
nothing. Yo, bro, mind you, there's no money in the canteen, bro. Remember,
That's the
that's
thing.
it's quote unquote.
That's
He said,
all it
"I'm
comes
Drake's
down to
shooter."
with that.
That's all it comes down to. There's no phone calls, no visits, no free top five. Check
No,
out top
nothing. Not
five's
a
music.
t-shirt. Hmm.
Not a T-shirt. Not a dollar. Not $1 in the
Not a
canteen.
repost.
Not a
Nothing.
repost. And top five was running around here. You know what I mean? Ready to put in work for Drake for that name for OVO.
Yep. Remember.
So
Yep.
Could it be Drake's affiliation with like Reps Up and Galloway Boys that could have brought that type of tension to his home too? Yeah. Yeah.
maybe, potentially. You never know. Those
Yeah.
guys have their own local ops too, right? There's
Oh
Yeah.
obviously
yeah.
there's their local street beef, the tension they have
Yeah.
with certain cats in the streets on that side of. I don't really know the politics over there because that place is far away, bro.
That's far, yo. But yeah,
Far away,
it's
bro.
still there's some politics
There's
going on
politics
up
over
there.
there,
You
but
know that doesn't
yeah,
stop. That never ends.
yeah,
The never
yeah.
ending
Galloway,
politics up
I
there.
don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. That place still, that place is like a mystery place to me till this day. I've heard people met people who from there, but never ever been
Mhm.
over there before. Never driven
Oh,
by
okay.
there, nothing. So I don't know what's going on that side.
Mhm.
So it's like that's a whole nother world over there. That's the east side, right? So the east end.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a whole
But
nother
that I
world
think
over there.
That's not
that's
my
why. But
lifestyle,
that's
so I
kind of
don't know.
why Toronto's turning their
Yeah.
back on him because it just seems like he hasn't really done anything for anybody. Seemingly,
Yeah.
like
That's
just a
probably
couple
why. Yeah.
features and shout
Yeah,
outs and
shout outs,
reposts,
but
and
like
that's
no
it.
signing. He hasn't
No
signed anyone.
signings,
Nobody
right?
like no young
Didn't
bulls.
pull
He
up.
signed. He
Let me
signed a
get
couple
this guy.
guys, but like
Yeah, let me
no
buy a
hit.
It's not
Ferrari.
popping. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let me
party
cop a
next door.
Ferrari.
What happened to
Yeah,
him, bro?
Party Next Door killed his career. He was trending upwards, took all his songs. Remember Bryson Tiller came out and said that he tried to take his whole album. He tried
The
to just take
weekend,
fly him
The
around and
weekend
take
turned his
Bryson
back
the
straight on
weekend
him.
too. The weekend had
weekend
some
took him
bars
out.
for him, but Bryson Tiller, he was trying to court Bryson Tiller at one point to sign to the thing so he can just take his album. That's what he's been slamming a lot of people. Been
Yeah,
slamming a lot.
I
Apparently,
remember.
remember SZA? I heard got some information earlier that he was talking to SZA when she was like 17 or something like that.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
back then, yeah,
How
yeah.
old
the
is SZA,
milli
bro?
who knows, bro? She's another one. I don't know. She's in the
Bro,
making.
where did she? She just came out of nowhere. Like, was she like popular? But bro, I'm not really too
I
familiar.
don't
I
know,
just hear
not
her
I
familiar.
songs,
don't
but
know,
Yeah,
bro. I don't
yeah.
know
I'm not
about
too
her.
sure about her career. Like, I hear her songs. I know she's very popular, but like, what's her origins? I don't know nothing about.
No
She
one
Yeah,
just
knows.
came out of nowhere.
No one knows, bro.
no, I don't
But
know.
she's
But
young
Drake's been
though. She's
going through a
too
lot.
young.
This whole sexual assault and young girl allegations. And I wouldn't say sexual assault. Sorry, young girl
Yeah,
allegations. The
Yeah, but he
pedophile
had remember
situation. The
500K,
pedo a
right?
PDF file. Sorry, PDF file situation. And
Yeah,
yeah.
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 Remember, he had the young girl. He had the allegations too of a essay allegation that he beat, right? That he paid off under the table.
Oh
Was
yeah,
it
that's right.
2015,
Yeah,
2016 or something like that? 2015
2017 or
or
something like that.
2017? Yeah,
Yeah.
he had that, and this is all coming to light. The Millie Bobby, I still don't know who that is. If I, Millie
I don't know
Bobby,
Stranger
who that
Things.
is
She's
either.
from Stranger Things. Yeah.
I
you
don't even
know,
know what is Stranger Things. I don't even know
I
what that
never
is.
It was
watched that
like
show.
like a teenage 80s like
Oh
sci-fi
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Netflix it was huge back in like 2000 like 17, 18. I used to watch it a lot. So I know who that character is. I didn't realize that she was really young, so I guess she must have met Drake at one of one of his European tours. I don't know if it
Oh,
was out in like Australia or something like that. And I remember seeing those posts, and then he was like a fan of hers. But then when they interviewed her, because she blew up after that, she got big after that. So when they interviewed her at some, I don't know if it was the Golden Globes or the Oscars or something like that, and they were asking her, about just asking her questions, and they were innocently doing it. But in my mind, I'm like, they're fishing for information. You can tell with these reporters, on the red carpet. So she's like, oh, I met up with Drake, and she was so innocent with it because she was a kid back, like she was 13, 14. Oh, her and Drake text each other. He texts her about boys, and he's a really nice guy. He's been helping her, and the fact that it kind of the red flags went off, and a lot of people they're like, why is Drake was like 20? How old was he? Like in his 30s, in his early 30s at the time, talking to a 13, 14 year old. So it's like they kind of dismissed it like, oh, it was innocent. He was just he's just a really nice guy who's helping me in the industry, and it's good to have nice people there. 'Cause that's what kind of she was saying. She was kind of like, but even though she was young, she didn't understand that that was a form of grooming. You know what I mean? Everybody else is saying it's kind of weird. Like, why is he texting a 13, 14 year old and you're in your 30s? Listen, I have a daughter. If my 13, 14 year old is, if there's a 30 something year old that's not my family member, even family members will be kind of weird, but that's texting your 14-year-old, like your 13-year-old, sorry, and then you'll be wondering why. Why is he doing that? You know what I mean? Unless
yeah,
like I
it's
would have to
crazy,
know
man.
about it. You know what I mean?
So,
So
like,
yeah.
is have the media been pointing that out, or they're not really
Oh
speaking
yeah.
about it? Oh, really? Yeah.
Yep.
So I didn't
Yeah,
even
from
know who
back
that person
then.
was. I don't even
From
know who that
back
person is. This is all news to me.
Millie Bobby Brown. If you look it up, it's everything. If you type in her name on YouTube, it's gonna pull up with the Drake situation. So
So she's an
it's gonna.
actress.
She's an
Is that what
actress,
she?
yeah. She's an
Oh, okay.
actress. She's from either she's from the UK or Australia. I'm not too sure. I think she's
Oh,
from the
wow.
UK. She's from the UK. So yeah, like even back then people were questioning it, but then it went away. Like it just went away. And then you'll see some YouTubers talking about it when they're deep diving on Drake and his serious issues with teenage girls. There's a few channels that were talking about it a couple years ago, 1 year ago, and all of a sudden this big thing popped up. You see now everybody's talking about it again. And so it's just like because even the situation with him on stage back in, was it 2010, with the 17-year-old, and even when he found out her age, he still was acting weird with her on stage in front of everybody. So it's
Yeah.
stuff like that, It's just like when I saw them, like Drake, you should just told the girl to leave, man. She said she's 17, okay, oh man, okay, well, you have to ask security to come and get her off the stage, because she was 23. You know what I mean? It looks kind of weird, even though he was in the earlier stages of his of his career, but still that could be career wrecking in the
Yeah,
future. You know what I mean?
yeah.
But
Be
look
right back.
what's
I'm gonna be right back. Yeah, but yeah.
okay.
All right, no problem, bro. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just
Go on,
felt
yeah.
that that wasn't really a good look for him. I saw that years ago too, and it was just a random video that just popped up on YouTube, and I was just watching, and I'm like, oh, why is Drake doing that? But even though it may be innocent, he probably didn't. He's not looking at it in a weird way, but it's just to the audience, it looks weird, even though it's a part of the performance. He has done it with other females on that tour because it's a part of the show where he'll bring up a girl and talk to them and do and hug them up and sing to them or whatever. But with that particular girl, he should have just told her, okay, you have to leave. You know what I mean? Even though they're saying that the age of consent is 17 in Colorado, because I think it was in Colorado. But still, like, she's young. You should have told her, okay, now that you knew her age, okay, you know what? Thank you. It's time to leave. Leave the stage, please. You know what I mean? So it's just stuff like that. It's just he just had to be careful. And now it's coming back to that. And I kind of feel bad, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. And then they're bringing up allegations with his dad and the young girls. And
Yeah,
it's
what's
just,
that all about? So,
uh,
if I'm not mistaken, they're saying that the
yeah,
house in LA was like a party house, and
it's
the
a party
dad
house.
would be
Yeah.
acting weird. And there's a video of the dad acting weird around
Yeah.
some young girls that resurfaced as well too.
Yeah. Yeah. That was, and I saw that today and it was kind of weird. Like the girl was 22, but now that like the floodgates are open, you're going to start hearing these stories, just like what happened with R. Kelly, just what happened with Diddy not too long ago. A few months ago, everyone was on Diddy. That's not going away because Diddy's still gonna get his just due because he did a lot of bad stuff that I've heard over the years. You know what I mean? So he has to answer to that. But at the same time, the same with Drake. And you guys were talking like he's done a lot of slick stuff on behind the scenes. So he has to answer to that too. And then you have the Drake stands. You have the people that are unbiased that have to differentiate and be to say what is right and wrong. You have these people that are like really caping for Drake, like the Malls from Rory Mall. Remember, I was talking to you about Amari and just the way he was going at it, and he was like, the Drake making those allegations of Kendrick Lamar beating his wife and which is a serious allegation in itself as well. But to be honest, I have some of these YouTube pages. I only saw probably like academics. Um, Another page, We Love Hip Hop, which is a Canadian YouTube
And remember,
podcast.
academics got mentioned in Kendrick's song too.
He did, yeah, he
Kendrick,
did. Yeah.
Kendrick is man.
I don't
But
know,
go
man.
on,
He's
yeah.
like what Pusha T did, he's like, I felt like Kendrick just took over from there. He took over from what Pusha T did back then. You know what I mean? So but as you guys have been following it more than I have throughout the years, that they always had like a little beef there and there, and it all started from that first. I guess it all kicked off from the first. What's that song from J. Cole and Drake? First shooter, first person shooter,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah, it all started from that line, right? And then that's where Kendrick came into like that and said, after Big Three, it's just Big Me kind of thing. I don't know the full lyrics word for word, so I'm only
That's what he
saying.
said though. Yeah.
Okay.
That
That's
was
what
like
he
the
said.
main
Okay, okay,
bar.
yeah,
But the thing
that's
is,
the main
Drake
part.
could have
Yeah,
just left it at that. He could have just
thank
left
you.
it at that. He didn't have to say anything after that. But he
Exactly, but
came back. He got a little bit too
eh,
cocky. Pause.
yeah, yeah,
So as
no
he said
Diddy.
in
Yeah,
his song, right? There is no big D. There's just big D, and there's video proof.
yeah,
So he thought that was it. He took it as a joke. That's the thing. Like I know you listen to the songs, right? Like what did you think
yeah.
about like Drake's reply? What did you think about Drake's family matters? I'll tell you what
Okay,
I thought first.
yeah,
Basically, I didn't like the first part of it, but the last two parts of it I think were really good. It seemed like he wasn't taking it very seriously, especially when he was
yeah.
talking about that whole day free and he's giggling and laughing. And I don't think he took it very seriously. I don't think he takes Kendrick Lamar very seriously, right? So I
He
think he
didn't
he
take
was
him
just kind of
seriously.
caught up
No.
in that untouchable, that I'm just untouchable. No one could touch me. I'm the boy. I'm this. I'm that.
Yeah,
I beat Meek Mills. Pusha T's old and Kanye. I finished him
yes,
kind of low key. So I
yeah,
think he was a little bit too cocky. and I didn't really even think that his reply, his first reply with thing was even all that. The first reply,
The
Family Matters,
push-ups.
yeah, push us. So that was
Yeah,
okay. That was okay,
yeah,
but it wasn't really hitting. Family Matters was good, but I think he peaked at that. I don't even know if he has anything left in the tank after that. Pause.
yeah. Because Kendrick Lamar dumped on it with Beat the Grams. He just went boop and pushed that out, and everybody is shifted from that song drop. Malcolm, I mean Omari. I listened to it. Remember, I told you earlier. I listened to it, and I had to turn it down for him. I'm like, yo, this song's evil, guy. Like
Yeah.
it met
Pause.
from when he
Jerome
dropped.
Williams says you don't beef with the West Coast. They're undefeated in rap
Yeah,
beefs. Man,
yeah.
that's a good
Hit him
point.
up.
I
Yeah,
mean,
my gosh.
hit him up.
No
What else?
Vaseline, Ice Cube.
No Vaseline, yeah. My
Yeah,
goodness. Now that you think about it, yeah, he picked the wrong guy to beef with.
yeah.
Ultimately, I mean, that's kind of like the center. Like kind of like there's a Mecca on the East Coast, and then there's a Mecca on the West Coast. That
West
whole
Coast, yeah.
LA, you don't really, yeah. That's the thing about Canada, Canadians or Torontons. We don't have enough layers. We don't have enough like history, enough culture, enough sauce. We don't have
Yeah, we
enough.
don't.
Drake picked the wrong guy to beef with. Yeah,
He
even when he was
did. And
beefing with
then at
Pusha
the same
T,
time, his
yeah,
sorry, go ahead. No,
even
I
when he
just
was
felt
beefing
like
with Pusha T, I don't think he had enough. I don't even think he had enough for Pusha T.
no, he
Really and
didn't.
truly,
Cause
we gave him
but
that was Duppy freestyle was good, but I
yeah,
think Pusha just had a little bit more chess moves and he was just more calculated with the story added on and the blackface on the cover. Right. And now you fast forward to Kendrick, same thing. Like these Americans, they just got a little bit more in the tank. Like they just draw from like a different, like I saw a meme today that said, yo, whatever Kendrick is drinking, let me take a sip of that because I got some emails to send to my boss and stuff. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like they just got a little bit more in terms of like sauce and culture and just they're just more. This
yeah.
is more
The
going on. He
culture is
picked the wrong
deep. It's
one.
very
The
deep.
culture is very
Yeah,
deep.
very
Yeah.
deep. Yeah.
You know what I
And
mean?
it's
Like
just
imagine
like,
imagine waking up in the morning and walking by the same alley that Boys in the Hood was shot at or Training Day was shot at. Like you're living
yeah,
in those neighborhoods. We don't really have neighborhoods like that up here. You know what I mean? Like Friday,
yeah,
where Friday was filmed. That's just like
yeah,
probably a whole different type of energy. You know what I mean? And I don't think
yeah.
Drake calculated it correctly. Yeah.
I don't think so either. He
What
thought
were you
that
saying?
because, as I
Yeah.
said, he thought that he was invincible because he's been on the, and at the same time, Drake has to he has to realize he can't stay on the top forever. You have to give people a chance. Like you can't just monopolize the spot for so long. You're like the Goliath, and here comes Daniel. But nicking you because it's like you're Goliath for too long now. You need to come down now. Like that's what they're looking at it. Give people more because he's been had the longest reign of ever. Like Jay Z had a long reign. Nas, Tupac, obviously Tupac and Biggie because they were taken out, so their reign wasn't as long as it should have been. Keep in mind, right? So Drake has the longest reign in hip hop. So and he monopolized everything, and that's what they were calling him colonizer because it's like you took on these cultures that are you're not from that. That's just say you're not like us because you're not from that. How are you the top of these things when you're not from it? You know what I mean? So that's how they see it. That's how they see it, and it's unfortunate. I like the fact that he's Canadian and he because as a Canadian, as a Canadian hip hop lover, okay, I've been following hip hop since a child. Okay, from the not from the whatever the 80s when I used to hear it from the 90s. I used to love Canadian hip hop too. It was hard for them to break into the US market. It was hard for Canadian rappers to break,
Yeah, I
even though they
remember
were
that.
even
Oh
though
yeah.
they were like solid. They
Just as
were
talented, just as
just as
talented, just
talented
as
as Drake.
creative.
Even there were more. There's like like rappers like Socrates and rappers like
Chocolate, Cardinal,
Chocolate
Ghetto
and
Concept,
Ghetto Concept,
Rascals. There were
Rascals.
so
There's
many
so
back
many, and
in
they
the day.
were just as talented
Infinite. There were
and fit,
so many.
and they wrote their rhymes too.
They wrote
You
their
gotta keep that
rhymes. It
in.
was
They didn't
more
have no
very
ghostwriters, so
authentic.
they're really authentic
They're all from the
rappers,
neighborhoods
solid.
too, like the quote unquote like lower income neighborhoods as well. It was
Yeah, they're
authentic.
from the
So it was
streets. Yeah,
very comparable to American rap, but they could never break through. So when Drake finally broke
yeah.
through,
It was a
it
big
was like
thing.
it was
Yeah,
kind of a mix. It was big, but I remember he still didn't really have people from. like people didn't really mess with him that much until he really like really got big. Then it's like,
Yeah.
wow, we're on the map now too. So
Yeah.
big up to Drake, right? He finally became like a household name, but I think that's was the point of the stream. We're like, yo, how did the whole city just turn on him like that? That's crazy.
Crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
CBC, Sun Media, all writing like hit pieces on the guy, hit
Yeah.
reports on him. It's crazy. I
Yeah.
couldn't believe I can't believe what I'm seeing right now. You see what I'm saying? And then the copyright thing too. I think that goes back to Jerome Williams' point. Like, you don't beef with the West Coast. These guys, they uncopyrighted Kendrick's song we were saying
Yeah.
earlier.
So yeah,
You can play
he
this song
Kendrick Lamar
anywhere.
Kendrick
Kendrick
Lamar,
Lamar.
yeah, he purposely lifted the copyright so people can have the chance to to critique his songs, not like
Yeah,
us, Meet the
yeah,
Grams, to play that, to monetize. So that
yeah,
really put respect in his name, because it's like people can make money off of those songs, where if like other artists or other songs, they would have got copyright and they would have been demonetized for that particular stream, or video. Whereas now, that's where there's so many. That's where there's so many reaction videos, because they're making money off of it. So it's like it's I don't know, man.
You
Kendrick's doing some things that
do you think
artists haven't seen before. You know what I mean? So it's
do you
like,
think do you think like maybe like I heard you guys talking about the Canadian rap scene, right? And how it's been
yeah,
around since like the 80s, right? Do you
yeah,
think maybe like this is for Nas. Do you think like maybe potentially Drake not signing or putting other like he signed acts,
yeah,
but not really like how like at one point like like basically you'd seen like Jay Z, Damon Dash, and they
mhm,
went and signed like Beanie Siegel. They signed the Young Guns.
yeah,
They signed a bunch of other acts, and they had promising careers. Memphis Bleak were they able to drop continuous albums,
mhm,
not like albums that had commercial success, not just like fillers, like albums that are OVO Sounds has like fillers with Roy Woods and all. They'll put out an album, nobody even knows the album's out. Baka Night Nice
yeah.
will put out an album,
yeah.
nobody
I
knows
totally
it's even
forgot
out.
about Roy Woods. I
Me
You know what
forgot
I
about
mean?
too.
Roy Woods.
It's a
Yeah,
couple
like
I
restaurants.
forgot.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
saying. Like Magic Jordan, they'll put out a album nobody even knows it's out. Like only like their little underground or small fan core knows it's out. They'll
Mhm,
sell like 10,000 units, and then it's just like nobody ever hears about it again. They'll get little tiny plays on like the whatever the college radio stations and stuff like that, and they don't even get like mainstream success. Do you think maybe him stifling a lot of people's growth, not signing some of the like the presses and
yeah.
the whatever the Aduvies and top fives and some of these other acts that were out there, like you know what I mean, like the
Yeah.
paydays,
Yeah.
RIP to them, and Illies
Yeah.
and RIP to those guys and all those rappers that were like around that time. Because remember when he came out, it seems like the Toronto rap scene has kind of been kind of on the decline.
Yeah.
Because
Where they were flourishing before.
yeah, there
You
were the
noticed that,
Toronto
right?
rappers. There was more vibrant at one point,
Yeah.
like around the year. Like I would say, like I would probably even say, like I think 2000 in the 2010s, especially the early 2010s when Drake
Yeah.
came out, it was like everyone was trying to figure out who was next. Who's
Yeah.
next? Who's next? You heard like labels coming over here. You had Complex. You had what's that other thing over there? They had whatever the hell that thing is. They shut down that whatever that conglomerate or
You
whatever.
won
What's
or
that called?
whatever it was called.
E1. There was
Yeah.
Complex. There was that other thing.
Vice.
Vice. Yeah, Vice.
Vice. Yeah.
All of that was all over here, and they were trying to look for the new next rapper, the new
Yeah.
act. They were literally finding people you never even heard of just come in there, and it's just like
Hmm.
try to give them some light and stuff. And it's just like everyone's trying to figure out who's next. Yeah, we had Tory Lanez that finally made it through,
Do
but then
yeah.
but outside of that, it was kind of like the weekend, and
The
then it was
Weekend
just
is
kind of
about it.
like
Yeah.
it was like who else came on since? There's other acts that are popular on YouTube and whatever, but nobody really like Pressa. But he didn't really, he doesn't have really any real big, super huge commercial
No.
success.
No.
Mr.
So it's like,
Williams is
yo,
absolutely. I see. I agree with you, Selector. Yeah, he's stifling a lot of people. Right. I agree.
yeah,
And when you start stifling American rappers,
yeah,
then there's an issue with that too. So
that's
it's
what I'm
like,
saying. Like,
yeah.
I think
Yeah.
honestly, I honestly think like, yo, there's some racks. It's like there's acts. There's a lot of acts in the Toronto area, but like, and just in Toronto, not even. I'm not talking about the whole Ontario. I'm just talking about the Toronto area. And it's
Mhm.
just like, you know what I mean? It's like, where's P Rain, right? Like P Rain, I thought P Rain would have been next up. know what I mean? I thought
Nothing.
P
They're
Rain.
all
They had
like a
one
lower
track. That's
Yeah,
the
level.
thing about
Yeah.
Drake. He get what they call it, the stimulus package.
yeah, he
He
give
just
you
gives
Yeah.
one
them like a
song.
he gives them like a song and that's it. Remember he had that
That's
song
it.
with him and P Rain with them on in the
Yeah.
video and all that
Yeah, and then
and
what
that's it.
happened after that?
He
Like, what?
doesn't do
This
nothing.
ain't even like a
Yeah,
shit on Drake, but like, bro, like P Rain. I think P Rain would have been like a nice. You could have had like the 401 boys or something like that. You could have had
yeah,
some sort of something going on. You know what I mean with this guy, and it's just like nothing transpired, bro. It's just like you had the song with what's his name, Baka Not Nice, the one song that
Yeah.
had very
Baka's trash to me. I'm sorry.
yeah, he's garbage.
but that
I
one
Garbage.
don't
song though, that
like
That
one
one
him.
song
song
was
had
fire.
huge commercial
Live up to my
success.
name.
How did he
Yeah,
That was
became a rock?
fire.
No, no, no. But this is the problem. Is certain things, certain people that Draco co-signed, they're like Drake. Come
Yeah,
on, man. Like, what's going
yeah,
on? You're
it's
like, that
some,
is
yeah,
what
yeah.
Canadian hip hop that I grew up on.
yeah.
Come
With
on, like, what
Yeah.
are we doing here? Like, what are we
with
doing here? I
Solitaire
grew
and
up
all
on
those
some
guys.
rich Canadian
Solitaire,
hip
yeah.
hop, you know.
Solitaire, man, and they had
Yeah,
what's it called?
JD
Solitaire and
era. You had all
JD
types of
Era,
guys. Yep.
yeah,
freaking Lou
Oh yeah.
Breeze,
Yep.
flipping. They had so many guys, freaking Mayhem Moriarty. You know what I mean? And like, dude, and not even that's just those guys weren't even the ones who had like the real commercial success. It was like there was some other people that was like there was guys like there was some guys like what's it called like Socrates. Remember that guy?
Yep.
Socrates. We're
Of
talking about
course.
that
Yeah,
when
Yep.
you went off for a bit. We're talking about
yeah,
Socrates and the
yeah,
um
yeah. What's his name?
Infinite
Chocolate,
and
all
all
the
those
Yeah.
infinite.
guys, and
Yep.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
He could have made a
Ghetto
conglomerate
Concept.
still. He
Yeah,
could have made a real
yeah.
conglomerate. But
Yeah,
it
Cardinal
the
Official.
Card official.
greed
Yeah,
just
yeah,
took over. Just too much greed. You know what I
yeah.
mean? It's just
Yeah,
he wanted
do you
all
think
the
he's the type of
spotlight
guy who
all the
doesn't
time.
want no one else to succeed but him?
That's why the weekend didn't sign with him. That's pretty
Yeah.
much it made sense. It makes sense why weekend
Yeah,
didn't sign with
we can
him.
insult him. Remember Road Dollar? Remember that guy Road Dollar?
Of course. Yep.
Yeah, you know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
Like yeah, you know what I mean? Like there was a scene, bro, and I know
Yeah.
he grew up like I know he's from like because I know where area
Same
he's
era.
from.
Yeah.
He's technically he's really from like you know what I mean? You know what I mean? If he's from what's that area called over there, yo? That he
Forest
knows
What era?
Hill.
The Gallus era. He's from the Gallus era.
no. He's from that era. This is the rap era he's from.
Oh,
He's
the
from
error you mean?
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry,
He's
my bad.
from the era of like the Frank and Dank and like yo
Yeah, like
the
oh,
what do you
okay.
call it the
The little brother area.
yeah
That
little brother era
boy. That's
exactly
I used to listen to
and
the little
Jurassic
brother
5
and Jay Dilla and all that
and
stuff.
Jay Dilla and
Yeah,
Jurassic
that
5 and
was
that's
yeah,
Drake's era. That's when
yeah,
he started to really take rap serious. That's when he started to
yeah.
come out during that era. He's originally from that era. People don't know that. That's the era he's from.
He's from.
That's the era. He's not from the Jada Kiss era. He didn't grow
No,
up listening
no.
to those guys. I'm sure he listened to them, but he's not like he he he
Yeah, I know what you
he
mean. Okay.
he pastored his style from
Right.
that those guys like what do you call those guys over there like Jay Dilla and what's those
Yeah.
guys in
They're
Detroit
like
over there?
the
Okay,
they're
so
kind of like
quickly, quickly,
they're
Mr.
like the
Williams says
underground hip hop,
Hmm
but they're
quickly
more
here.
in
Yeah,
the neo soul, like the neo, like
yeah.
Neo Soul,
That
yeah.
era, he
like
was
a little
Yeah.
from
bit
that
of in
era.
Neo
between. Because
Soul.
I used to
Yeah,
love Jay Dilla. I still do actually. I still
yeah.
love Jay Dilla, but like, but he married himself from Fontaine from Little Brother
Hmm. Yeah.
because I remember the Little Brother and those guys and um because to be honest, like when Drake first came out, I kind of took myself from hip hop for a bit, but I asked my brother, I'm like, where did he come from? I never, because when I was in the hip hop scene for a bit, I never really heard of him unless I just saw him on TV, you know what I mean, as a kid
We
when
Oh,
he
he
was a
saw that.
kid.
came up.
But
He came
We
up. He
saw
yeah,
him when
definitely
we saw
he
him when he
definitely came
first
up.
came out. Like we knew
Yeah, he
him.
yeah,
definitely came
We
up.
seen him
okay, okay,
when he literally
Yeah.
not we not even like video fact days.
Oh yeah,
That's
rap
when
okay,
I
video
days.
seen
Oh
him.
fact
yeah.
days, all
Yeah,
right,
he
oh
was rap
cool,
days.
okay,
Like we seen him in '05. Like that's when we seen that nigga. Like
Yeah, he
okay,
was out
okay,
here.
okay, okay,
he
So
was
quickly,
there out
quickly,
there.
Mr. Williams says, "Yo, if Drake had have brought that culture up, Toronto would have had his back." Yeah, I
yeah, I
agree. He didn't. He
agree,
didn't bring the
yes,
culture
Mr.
up. He
Williams,
didn't
When he
bring
yeah,
that
first came
culture up.
out,
yeah.
remember when he
Yeah,
first came out, bro, he didn't even sound like a Toronto man. It didn't take
No, he
till like
didn't. No, no,
yeah, it
yeah.
he
didn't
did not.
take till
Yeah,
like views from the six before he actually started rapping, like started like really bigging up that Toronto scene. Like he was like, you know what I mean? At one point it was like, remember when he first came out, bro? I'm like, this guy doesn't even sound like he doesn't sound like he's from here. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? He didn't sound like.
Yeah,
Did Drake ever sound like? When did Drake start sound like he was from Toronto? What's it called?
yeah.
Nothing the same.
Views is pretty accurate. Views from the
Yeah,
six, I
he
could
from the
say that.
six. That's when
Yeah,
he
you could
started
say that.
really sounding. That's when he started really like taking.
That's like
And then
2016, 2015 times. So he's
yeah,
already
and
been
then
out like 6, 7 years already.
yeah,
He just
and then yo,
started rapping,
remember,
repping
I
Toronto
told
really
people
hard.
that people were saying, "Oh, I was a hater," but I said, "Bro, this guy doesn't sound like where he's from. That's not how people in Toronto sound,
Hmm.
bro.
But
That's not how."
that mixtape, well, his first mixtape, "Closer to My Dreams,"
It
um,
was the thing, the DJ
you know what I'm
Smalls
saying?
mixtape. That was the first one he
Yeah,
had.
like
His first two mixtapes.
those mixtapes though,
He
like
didn't
he
sound like he
was
was from
from, like
Toronto,
Toronto, but then when Lil Wayne got a hold of him, it seems like when he went to Young Money, that's when he kind of switched
bro.
up and started
Bro,
sounding more American.
He
he didn't
sounded
sound
like
like he was
Lil
from
Wayne for a
Toronto.
bit, to be honest.
Nah,
He
Yeah.
bro.
started
That
Lil
first,
Wayne.
if you go listen to that DJ Smalls mixtape, I remember when it first. I remember back then, yo, that shit sound like a Joe Budden tape, bro.
That's
Well,
what I
remember
heard. I
he also,
heard
but
That's
he sounded like Joe
he
Budden.
sounded
Yeah,
like
I
Joe
heard
did the.
about
Budden,
that.
bro.
Don't forget he
Room
did.
from
I just want to
Improvement.
be
That was in
successful.
the first tape.
He was.
I remember
I
that.
know. I know. I'm
Yeah,
just
I
saying
remember
that
that
was like
song.
his first
Yeah.
little like
No,
run. You know what I mean?
that wasn't even
He
his
was,
first tape, bro. His first
yeah, his
tape
first it was DJ
was Room,
Small. I remember that. But I'm saying
and
though,
then the
like,
second one was
yeah, I just
Comeback
want to be
Season.
successful.
No, it
That
was Comeback Season. After that,
comeback. That's
that's what
what I'm talking about. Comeback
he was on
season.
106 in Park
Houston,
with
Atlanta,
Trey Songz.
Vegas. I
No, no,
remember
no,
all of
no,
that.
no.
That's when
That wasn't
Drake
even
was pretty authentic. Like
fam.
he was
That wasn't
himself.
even it. No, no,
Like he was
fam.
being himself though. He wasn't. He didn't turn into this like fake gangster. Like he wasn't doing all.
Fams,
He was being
fams,
himself.
hear me out though. Hear me out. That wasn't even his. That was not. That was later. His first was Comeback Season. His next, no, his first was Room for Improvement with DJ Smalls. His second tape was with Comeback Season. That's when he had Dwell and all them, and he had what do you call it? He had what's his name? Trey Songs on there. He had Fonte on there. He had put.
Hmm.
Remember, he had the clips. He had the clips. Remember, he had the clips on there on
Yeah, I
the
remember that.
cut. Yes, bro. That wasn't even his first tape, bro. That came out later, bro. That was like, remember that Room for Improvement tape came out. I think I seen that tape probably in oh 06 maybe. That one where you talk about I want to be successful. That came out in oh 09, bro. So
Yeah,
this
but
is like
I said the
3 years later.
point is though the cult
Bro,
like
he
he
no, but
basically was trying to like
but fams, the
we're
whole
trying
point
to
is
say that
he
his
sounded like
like
he was from Toronto. All those times, even then, he sounded like he was an American guy. He sounded like he was like he didn't
Okay.
yeah
sound like he was
he
from
did
there. He never sounded like he was from
That's
Toronto
probably why I never
until the
heard it. Because
views
oh
from the
06, I
six
was.
came up.
That's probably why I didn't. Like, I never heard of it because
Yeah,
I didn't know that was probably him. If I was listening to certain mixtape,
yeah.
like I wouldn't know. You
He
know what I
never,
mean?
bro.
So,
He never. Views from the six is when he started really rapping like he was
yeah.
from the city, bro.
trying to say
And then after that,
fam, yo fam,
yeah,
this fam and
that's what I'm saying.
yeah, like this and that.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he
he
tried to reach
never,
back out.
bro.
But
He
he never
never,
really put no
yeah,
Toronto rapper
he
on
never,
like
nothing.
that. Yeah. He
That's what I'm
never did
saying.
that.
Bro, that go look at his discography, bro. His discography when you start looking at stuff, and this ain't me shit on the guy. The guy's talented, and I actually like the actual the comeback. See, I thought because I remember it was in my neighborhood. I was young, bro. I've seen that mixtape on like when back when people were selling actual mixtapes, you could actually buy like a freaking a DJ K Slay or a DJ whatever DJ Envy or DJ you know what I mean, Who Kid and all them. You could actually buy mixtapes. That was the mixtape era. You could actually go and buy mixtapes. So I used to see his mixtape on the shelf in my neighborhood. Remember, he worked in my neighborhood, right? He worked at JD's Connection. So he worked in my
Mhm.
neighborhood and yo, you saw the mixtape in the neighborhood. You see what I'm saying? You you saw the mixtape there. The mixtape was at JD's. It was also at Cece's. You know what I mean? It wasn't at the flea market. It wasn't at those other Jamaican spots, but it was at this Cece's and JD's. You see what I'm saying? So you would see his mixtape there. You could buy the mixtape. I'm sure he brought it there. He brought like you know how they used to do it. They would go. You'd bring your mixtape there. You'd bring like say you bring like I don't know like 20 copies or whatever. You drop 20 copies there. You say yo, you take five. I'll take five. You sell it. You let me know when you finish when you're finished selling it. I'll come back and bring some more. You know what I mean? I'll come back and check on you in some weeks, see how it's doing. So he was on that timeline. Like here's $5, $5. It was $10 for the mixtape. $5, $5. You buy the mixtape, you go. You put it in your car or you put it in whatever your car or whatever, and you go. You see what I'm saying? Or your computer or whatever, and you go. So that's what Drake was on at that time, right? You remember I remember the Buffalo guys said they were like they came over here and they said that yo, they saw him on Young and Dundas selling his mixtape. Drake was out there, you know what I mean, hand in hand, selling his mixtape, right? You see what I'm saying? Like he was, people would see him, people out there would come out to Toronto, and they'd be like, "Yo, Drake will be at Young and Dundas selling his mixtape." You see what I'm saying? This is like
Mhm.
So yeah,
oh 05, oh 06, he was doing all that.
yeah,
Oh
yeah, I
07, he
get
was
that.
doing all that. You see what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
He was
so
out
from
there.
them times you're trying to say that he
Yeah,
should have
bro,
been
remember he was,
bringing the
bro, remember
culture
he
up.
was remember he was even on the freaking Flow 93.5. What do you call it? What do you call it? 7 o'clock. What's that show called? Bro, what's that show called over there, bro? He was on Project Bounce. And he was on Flow 93.5. They had a fucking rap show, rap, 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 live to air. I forgot what it was called. It was like City something or whatever the hell they used to call it on Flow 93.5 in like oh 05, oh 06, oh 07. You know what I mean? So, yo, he would hear him on there. You see what I'm saying? He would be on there. He would come onto the radio station and promote himself. You see what I'm saying? Like all the rappers would pull up there. Project Bounce is another one as well, right? At Ryerson Radio Station. Shouts to rest in peace. That's probably one of the greatest Toronto radio stations, like hip hop
Mhm.
segments all time. Like hands down, Project Bounce is legendary. But yo, he was on there. Like, you know what I mean? Doing it, he was on there. He was there. I would hear his songs. Like this nigga ain't like no newbie. But the thing was though, the way the Toronto rappers were rapping then, he didn't sound like that. He didn't sound like that. He had there was cadence there, there was flow there, but he had like, you could see the Joe Budden influence. You can see the Pusha T Malice influence, the clips. You could see the Fonte. He was rapping like a knapsack rapper. You know what I mean? Like a cool
Mhm.
knapsack kind of, like, you know what I mean. Try to do his little Jay Z little thing going on over there. Like there was like, you saw a little you saw stuff there, but you didn't hear the Toronto influence. Like when I would hear like Point Blank, or I would hear who else? I would hear like Point Blank, or I would hear what's this guy's name over here? What's this Money Can't Buy Me Happiness? What's this guy's name over here?
What's his name? Jellystone. Jellystone.
Jellystone. You
Yeah.
heard, you know what I mean? Shot Clear. You know what I
Chuck.
mean?
Yeah.
What's this other guy's name over here? These eyes. What's his name?
Maestro Fresh West.
Maestro. You would hear the
Maestro.
Toronto in them, bro. You didn't hear it
Mhm.
with this guy. You didn't hear it. Is it because of maybe where he grew up in Forest Hill? You know what I mean? He grew up in the suburbs. Maybe that's why. You see what I'm saying? Maybe that's why. I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
think that's what their argument is. He's like, you grew up in Forest Hill. How are you? You know,
What's your take on that? Old style. What's
I
your
don't
take
know.
on that, man? The
No,
wave.
I mean, yeah, like you're saying, I mean, he didn't have that Toronto sound, but at the end of the
Mhm.
day, I mean, that Toronto sound didn't bring any of those rappers you named anywhere. They didn't get up any type of
Yeah.
heights. You know what I mean? So Drake
But
rapping the
don't.
way he rapped brought
Yeah.
him up to that mainstream audience and
But
that
though
crossed
that's
him
the
over
thing,
into
though, don't you
America.
think? But what's
But
his
yeah, I
sound
think,
though?
but yeah,
When
exactly.
it's all said and done, what's his sound though? Like
His
who is he?
sound is
Who
his
is
sound
he?
is his sound. Drake sounds like Drake.
But that's the
That's how he
argument though. What
raps.
did Kendrick
That's the
say though? You
argument.
said
Yeah.
you're going
That's what I'm
here,
trying to
you're
say. But
going
he
here, you're
sounds like
going
how he
here.
sounds.
But
That's Drake's
that's not who he
sound.
sounds like
It's
though.
not a
It's
Toronto sound, but that Toronto sound wouldn't have got him anywhere. He would have
But
just been
who's
like,
not to say that though?
You
That's the
can't say
thing
that,
though.
Malcolm.
You
Yeah. I
don't
he
mean,
wouldn't
know.
have got
Omari said it.
anywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
You don't
That rap
know.
style was around since the 80s. That nobody got anywhere with that. Maestro Fresh West got
Wait. Hold on.
Cardinal
Hold on.
official,
Hold, Amari, I have
Cardinal
to stop you
official,
there.
Maestro
Sorry.
Fresh West. Who got far with that sound? Nobody. So when Drake came in, he
Sorry,
lifted himself up
Maestro.
to higher
Hold on, I
levels.
have to
Go
stop
on.
you. There.
Sorry, go ahead. I'm listening.
Maestro Fresh West did break through into the United States.
He did break through.
There's people in the United States who know who he was back
He
then.
was
He
popular. He
did.
was popular. Yeah, he was very
Drop the
popular. They
Needle was a big track. Drop the Needle and to the other song that was a big
Yeah,
track and it
remember
broke into the
Backbone
United States
slide,
too.
yeah.
those guys in
Chocolate broke into
Detroit,
the United States
those
as
guys
well
in
as
Detroit, the
Cardinal
Detroit rap
Official.
scene, the
Yeah.
Detroit rap scene. I remember at one point they said
Mhm.
they heard of Maestro Fresh West back
Yes.
then. The
Yes.
older cats, like I remember I was
Those are
listening to
cat. That's right.
Bazaar and
Yes.
those guys. They were like the D12 guys said, yeah, we heard of him back in like the 90s.
Jellystone too. Yeah.
They
Detroit. They
said
heard
they
of
heard of
Jellystone.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
They said they heard of him. They said, yeah, we were familiar with Maestro Fresh West. They go, he's
Yeah.
a Canadian legend. They said we remember hearing that song back then. They said
Yes.
when that song, this is throwdown, a showdown. Hell
Y-
no, I can't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That
Mhm.
song. They said people had said there was some sort of commercial success. It touched down in the Midwest, People were
Yes.
familiar with it. It wasn't like a big tune, but the hip
No,
hop
no.
scene knew who he was. This is what I'm
Mhm.
trying to say though. Like to me, I just think like I think what Kendrick is saying, his argument is, bro, you're stealing sounds, bro. Like one minute you're a
Yeah.
UK man, the next minute, and I get it, you get, but you don't hear Future trying to rap like he's from the UK. You see what I'm saying? Do you ever hear Future rapping like he's from the UK? I don't know. You guys tell me.
No, no, I haven't heard any rapper
No, they don't
switch
rap
up their
like that.
sound.
None of
Yeah.
those
That's what I'm
guys.
saying. I
None of
never
those
And
heard
guys.
Lil Durk. Lil
I
Durk.
no, no, not Luther. And what I'm noticing too, because the rappers in the '90s, they did mix, like, let's say, reggae artists, dancehall artists into their songs, but they didn't sound like that. You see what I'm saying? They sound like a maker, but they would throw in little um they'll throw in little, like, dancehall artists that were big back then. You'll hear them in between certain songs and stuff like that. But with Drakey, like, he completely transforms into a reggae artist and sings, and it sounds, sometimes that's what they're saying. Sometimes it sounds good, But
Yeah,
yeah, but it's like, that's what their argument is too. It's like you're kind of like colonized, as you said. You're taking over other people's styles and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
bro. That's the
Yeah,
scary part though. But the
yeah.
crazy part is though, I think, yo, he's a talent, right? And I
He
don't care
is.
what
Yeah,
the
of
guy is a
course.
talent,
Yeah.
right? He's a talent, but yo, they say he don't even write his own music.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
So
Yeah,
is he Milli Vanilli, bro?
that's the thing. Because
RP.
Millie Vanilli was scrutinized. I remember, and it cost them one of their lives of years, because
Yeah,
of that's a whole different topic. But yeah, but keep in mind though, there are other rappers in the states that didn't write their rhymes, like Dr. Dre, of course. J Flex wrote a lot of his rhymes. Easy E, Ice Cube wrote a lot of lyrics for Easy, but they never proclaimed themselves to be top five lyricists like Drake did.
bro.
So
And,
there's a difference. You see what I'm saying?
yo, whatever happened to Boy Wonder?
He's
I
there.
don't
He
know.
made that beat,
Oh,
bro.
Oh,
He
he
made
did.
the beat. He made the what was it? The whole yeah. He made those beats. If I'm not
The
mistaken,
Family
he made all
Matters.
three of them. He made all three of them.
Oh shit.
He made all three of them. He's there. He's
Yo,
there.
is he Milli Vanilli? The Amari Wave. Is he
He,
Milli
he, he,
Vanilli, bro?
I wouldn't say he has talent, bro, but he definitely steals a lot of flows. He definitely like ghost
Steal
writes.
songs? Does he?
He
He stole
steals
Page's song.
songs.
Remember, he stole
He stole
Page's song.
Moji. Remember Moji? What was almost
no, I
working
remember
for him at
Beat him
one
Moji.
up.
point.
Yeah,
Beat him up, dog. Remember they
He's
beat him up, dog. And
he beat
Muji
him up,
disappeared.
disappeared. But I don't know, man. End of the day, man. I don't know. It's just kind of hard to watch people just turn their back so quick on the man. Like that's
Honestly,
crazy, bro.
no,
That's
I
just
agree with you on
crazy.
that. I agree with you on that. But let me tell you something, though, bro. What you say? You're not like us, though, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna play that before we wrap this up. We're gonna play that because again, it's not copyrighted, so we can play it. No one's gonna say nothing, bro. You're not gonna get a strike. You're not gonna get demonetized. Salute to Kendrick, bro. Honestly, bro. That was a smart move, man. That was a very smart move. I think we touched almost every bro. There's so much to talk about with this whole situation. It's crazy, bro. It's just ridiculous, bonkers, bro. It's bonkers, bro. Well, how come I haven't heard nothing from Serena Williams? Like, how come seeing her all over the place, but I'm not hearing anything from her? Like a lot of people are just kind of got quiet. They got low. They're not talking. They're not saying nothing. They're just been like super quiet. Like, how come no one's coming to his defense? Like nobody. Serena Williams. Who else?
Yo,
Who else used to date him back in the day to say, "Oh, well, he's a great guy. I had a great time with him." No, we dated for a bit. It was, he's a gentleman. That's gone. What happened to my youth's mom over there? How come she not saying nothing? Was Mikey Williams? Was it her? Was it his
yeah,
mom?
the
What
basketball
what,
player. You're
what
right.
happened to his what? She ain't coming out saying Bernice Burgos. How come she not coming out saying nothing? She's all up in the videos and all that. How come they're all not coming out and defending him? It's crazy.
Bro,
That's
I
a
got a
new thing,
question
right?
for you. I got a question for you. Do you think, do you think, like, this guy is like, do you think this guy is
Did you?
yo,
Yeah.
do you think like he's, do you think, I'm just trying to say, like, do you think this guy is like on some other shit, bro? Like, do you think there's something else? Do you think he has
Oh,
forces
for
behind
sure.
the scene?
Oh, for
Like,
sure. Sure.
Do you, and because I've seen rappers be jumped before. Like this is not the first time I've seen a rapper get jumped. I remember what's his name got jumped. Jay-Z got jumped by the whole diplomats and the whole.
Oh, for
Remember at
sure.
one point the Rockefeller tried to get. Remember at one point Jay-Z had nothing this to this level, but he had a situation where they wanted him out the game, and it was code red, but it was the streets. It was the street rappers calling him on, and they went after him. A lot of his ex guys. This is a very similar situation. Jim Jones, Cameron, Jewels, Petey Crack, Beanie Siegel, flipping the young. Everybody was coming for Jay Z at one point. They were all attacking Hove. Everybody was coming after Hove, 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 Hove. Remember that era? You were
Yeah,
there.
I
You
remember that.
remember?
I remember
They
that.
went
Yep.
after him. Hove battled these guys. Hove was duking out. Hove made it through it. Do you think this guy can make it through this, or you think this guy it's a wrap for this guy? Because you think, or those allegations is what's really gonna like knock this guy out of the park, bro? And
I
just
think it's that because Hope never really had those allegations.
never
Like, you know
heard
what I mean?
anything crazy like that about
That's the
Jay Z.
thing.
I remember back then there was no
Allegation.
internet like that. Like the internet
Yeah,
wasn't like no social media, so it's
that's the
kind of
problem.
like people couldn't really express themselves. It's like who you going to the Hot 97 or are you gonna go to a radio station? Good luck. They're not even gonna listen to you, right? So it's
Yeah.
just like, what are you gonna go write a freaking go on whatever write a go to write a whatever go on a forum and write some stuff. People did that, but like we're good luck trying to get people to know you're not getting attention that way, right?
No.
So like, what do you think? Like, do you think this guy is a goner, bro? Like, is this the
Uh,
last of Drake?
I
Is
don't
he
think it's the
gone?
last of Drake, but I mean, it's gonna be kind of hard for him to come back and like achieve the same level of success that he had prior because his whole core fan base is turning against him, just like how Kendrick said in the song. Like his like I know some diehard Drake fans right now that are like on Kendrick's side from
Sad,
Toronto. From Toronto, like
sad,
their
bro.
whole youth days were like listening to Drake, like their early teen, they grew up with Drake the last like almost 15 years, and they're turning on him. That's what he said.
Bro,
That's what Kendrick said. Your core fan base is turning on you. You know what I mean? When they find out all the freaky weird stuff you've been doing. You know what I mean? Yeah, bro, it's crazy.
bro,
So
there was a
I don't
video
think
of
it's
him with his
done for him,
penis
but
out
I
the
don't
other
think
day.
he's not going to be at that same level as he was before. I don't think he can get up that high again, bro. Like, and think about it, he doesn't really have much to say anymore. Like, what more can he really? He's gonna Ron Isley himself. He's gonna be like rapping, just still rapping until he's like what 60, 70 years old. You know what I mean? He's not really, he has to diversify himself a little bit or fall back. Like you see how 50 Cent transitioned into TV. You see how Kanye transitioned into fashion. You see how Jay-Z transitioned into like sports, mogul, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So it's a young man's game, bro. And Drake's almost touching 40 just now. So I think he just needs to transition to something else and just be successful in that. Or yeah, just fall back and enjoy your money, bro. Raise your kids, like Kendrick said, bro. Dear Adonis, bro, like he has to just become a more of a man of character instead of just being this like sleazeball still. Like that sleazeball era is kind of done. It's kind of turning back. It's just it's just done.
Yeah,
Galaxy
I got
era
a
over,
question for
bro.
you. I got a question for you. Yo, like, do you think like do you think this guy because there was a video of him playing like masturbating, yeah, like he was recording himself
Oh
masturbating. Do you remember that?
yeah, the
Yeah, I
big
heard
big
about that.
I didn't
Yeah.
see the video, but I heard
I
about
seen
it.
the video. He was like masturbating, bro.
Oh,
He's like
whoa.
in front of the camera, bro. Like, do you think this guy is like? You think like this guy's just a little bit like? I know he's probably into some freaky stuff. A lot of people are. I get it. I mean, people are into what they're into, right? We're all human beings, right? People have their what they like. But at the same time, though, it's like, yo, do you think this guy is like? Do you think this
Hmm.
guy might be like just into some weird freaky shit to the
Of
point where it's just
course.
like
Yeah.
it's gonna get him out of here? Cause yo, honestly, when I look at this guy, bro, I don't know, man.
He's
Yo,
in
bro,
the
honestly,
Hollywood circle, bro. We all know what goes on in those circles. Kendrick already pointed out. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
everything that like these Hollywood guys are into some freaky stuff, and they're these guys like Drake are policing it. They're grooming. They're doing the most. So I don't know if that's gonna get
yeah.
him out of here, but like it's gonna be hard to come back from that pretty
But
much.
yo,
It's
he
hard.
had a run though. So like
He
the
had a run.
reality
He had
is
his run. He had his run. He's good.
he
He
had
built
his
his house. He
run.
had a run.
But
He needs
you,
to just lay low for
hold
like
on. I
2
don't know if he's
years.
good though. I don't know if he's good,
I
bro.
don't think he's good, but I think he has enough money to hide and just
But
chill.
where though? Where
Just
though? He
go
has.
hide,
They said
bro.
he has
Go
an
hide.
obligation.
Go to Somalia
UMG
or something, bro. Just
UMG
go.
said he has an obligation for 2 albums this year.
He
Yeah,
has
with
two
that four
albums to
hundred
drop.
dollar, that four
Yeah,
hundred
he has two
million.
albums he has to put out this year, bro. Or
Yeah,
else,
Two
yo,
albums.
remember, if he doesn't put out the money, his lights are gonna go up, bro. He
yeah,
has an
like 'cause
expensive lifestyle. He has
he
two
did
albums
that.
he has to put out.
He did that $400 million deal with
Yeah,
Universal. So
he
yeah,
got to put out two
that.
Two
albums every
albums.
year.
Yeah, yeah,
2 year albums
man.
every year. Bro, if he doesn't put out the album, his lights are going. Like I'm talking about, his finances are going to deplete. Do you think maybe this
He
is
needs
why
to.
he's
He needs
selling
to
everything?
go. He needs to go. He
That
needs
could
to
be
go
a
on apology
possibility.
tour. Apology
Yeah,
tour, bro. Apology tour. Just,
that's
just
gonna end
go.
him, bro. Like you
Just
don't
go
do
on an
that, bro.
apology tour. Just start
You don't.
apologizing. Just retract everything. Just say, it is what it is, bro. Nah,
That's where then you
cooperating.
admit your guilt, bro, and then that's where it opens the floodgates, bro. You got to
That's
be
right.
careful. You got to
Yeah,
remember what happened to P Diddy, right?
P
He
Diddy's
moved
good
too
though.
quick.
P Diddy dropped one statement on IG, bro, and that's it. They raided
He
his
paid,
house.
he paid a woman X amount of dollars, bro, and now there's a million lawsuits coming his way. He's not good,
Million
bro. He's got bad
lawsuits.
positions.
But
He's in
everything just
extremely
went
bad
quiet on him.
positions.
You weren't really hearing too
Uh,
much.
No,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
hearing it every day, bro. He's in trouble. He's finished. He's done. He's silenced. He can't speak. He can't even talk no more. Remember, Lucian Grange is a part of the lawsuit saying that he was a part of the freak offs too, which I don't believe he was. But
no, no.
Probably
yeah,
was. I believe he
bro,
was.
I don't
Lucian
believe,
Grain.
bro. I
Him,
don't know,
Lear
man.
Cohen, those guys are all in some freaky stuff, bro. All of them. There's no way you're getting that high up, especially at Universal, without being in some freaky stuff, bro.
Man, bro.
He's a top guy. He's a top guy. He's a top
Yes.
guy, bro. Barry
Bro,
Gordy,
remember
him,
the girl
B.I.G.
Ethiopia, the executive, is signed off on paper saying she will be speaking on anything that's asked, and she is cooperating. And she signed off papers because she was a part of the lawsuit as well. She came out and said, I'm not gonna go down. I had whatever money
Yeah,
that I
it's true,
put into
man.
the Love album, whatever
Hmm.
money I gave to P Diddy, that was given to me by Lucian Grange. That was had
Wow,
nothing to do with Motown Records. Lucian Grange gave us the money, and we handed over to P Diddy for the financing for the Love album, where all that crazy stuff, and the trafficking allegations allegedly are coming from, right? So like P Diddy moved too fast, right? With Cassie. So what makes not to say that, yo, Drake might be like, yo, I don't know, man. Honestly, man,
There's
I'm
no
just saying,
lawsuits.
man.
There's no lawsuits. There's no raid. There hasn't
Who?
been none of that yet.
But it's
There
early
hasn't
though.
been
You
none of
never
that yet.
know.
it's too
So
early. Yeah,
It's
man.
too
it's too
early.
early, but hey, you know what I mean? If he's smart, he'll start moving strategically right now and just trying to get those two albums out of here and call it a day, bro.
No, no, no. I mean, no. He has 2 albums for the next like 10 years. He has to put out albums in order for him to keep the lights on. Remember, he's not getting the $400 million like here you go. It's like installments, but he has to put out the album. It's like, okay, I'm putting out the album. Okay, here's the advance. This is how much you get. So he has to, in order for him to keep going, he has to keep those lights on, right?
That's
You know where
crazy.
I'm
Oh
coming
my
from?
god.
Yeah,
But
he's
again,
stuck. It's
but
like
he's
if you
still
look at
Drake
it,
though. It's not like his face has changed. Like he's still Drake at the end of the day. Like he can make money just
but
by being Drake. He
but
can do
fam, how
whatever.
do you make money if there's allegations on you? Nobody wants to work with you. He's already alienated the music industry. Like Future, all his allies no longer want anything to do with him anymore. That's first and foremost. Remember, they always
Yeah.
say, bro, you don't want to alienate your allies because when you do that, everything caves on you, right? Imagine
Mhm.
Canada alienates the United States, and the United States says no more trading with Canada. Then Mexico says no more trading with Canada. Canada depends on Mexico and Canada and the U.S. for NAFTA, right? For to get Drake alienated his NAFTA deal with
Mhm.
his guys here. Future, Kendrick never liked them, but Future at least. Come on, like what?
Mhm. Yeah.
Future, Metro
Mhm.
Boomin, they're all
Mhm.
picking sides. Kanye,
Mhm.
like these are people that make
Jewish,
beats.
bro. Drake Jewish, bro. He
I
has some
don't know,
reserves, bro.
man, fam.
He has
I
some
don't know.
reserves. He has
Jewish
some
people are
reserves.
cold people, man. They can go
He
find
has some
another Drake if
reserves.
they want to, man. You know how
Yeah.
that goes. It's
He
the
has
music
some reserves.
industry.
He has some reserve tanks. He has some some off something offshore,
Oh,
something
so you think?
reserved.
So what are you trying to say? He's good. You think he's good, and this is
I
just
don't think.
water under
I
the
think this
bridge?
will all. I don't until I start seeing some actual like lawsuits. Until I start seeing some actual like serious lawsuits coming out against him, some
Hmm.
raids and stuff like that. Until then, it's just all hearsay.
But there has
It's
been
all hip
lawsuits.
hop.
He pays
There
them off
has been
though.
lawsuits. I'm
Exactly.
already talked to you about
But
that.
they've
Yeah,
already been paid
yeah.
off. They've already been paid off.
But yo,
They've already been paid off.
how often? How much can you really do that though?
They've already been paid off.
How much can you do
Let's
that
see.
though?
Hey, the NFL every single day the NFL gets a new lawsuit across their desk, bro. For a player that's did this A, B, and C, bro. They're still
Yeah.
going. These
It's a trillion
lawsuits.
dollar business though. That's old
That's
money
what I'm
though,
trying to
man.
say. The music industry is
Drake
gonna
ain't a
keep
trillion
going.
dollars though, bro.
He ain't
Drake
$1 trillion
Drake
yet,
ain't
but
the
he's a
music
billion
industry.
dollar. He's a billion dollar
No, he's not a
industry.
billion dollar man,
Hey,
dog.
that's
Come
what
on, he
he
don't got a
says.
bill.
That's what
He
he
don't got a
says.
billion,
He
man.
said
Drake
he's
ain't
worth
got
a billion. He said he's worth a billion right
cap,
now.
man. Nah,
He
he
said
ain't got
half
no
a mil. He
billion.
said half a
They
mil is a
said
low
Diddy
ball.
had it. They said Diddy had $1 billion. We found he took loans for everything. Like when they pulled out
Yeah.
the books, they found out that there's no money. It's all a facade. The money
Yeah.
is that there's no real money there. He's taking on
The
loans to
United
buy
States
houses.
borrows from the Federal Reserve every single year, bro. Everybody's going, bro. Canada's going. Everybody, you pull out everybody's books. No one really has money, bro. Everybody don't got money, bro. I'm
Yo,
just saying, in terms of Drake, as long as he can just keep his head down for maybe like, just stop with the freak offs. Just stop with the freak offs. First and foremost, just find a woman, find a one baddie, and just
what about
stick
the
with that for
shooters?
now.
What about the guys trying to kill him though, bro?
The hungry
Yeah, that
that
too.
What
Yeah.
about
he
the
got
guys
P
trying to kill
Rain.
fam?
P Rain, that's P Rain's job. That's never been Drake's
Bro,
job. That's P
when
Rain's
has
job.
P Rain? But when has
Malcolm,
P Rain been a shooter,
Omari,
bro?
P
come on.
Rain has no bullets. Drake has never seen a bullet before. Drake hasn't got shot.
Bro,
Drake is not
bro,
Tupac. He's not walking around Quad Studio. You're not getting shot at and this is he's not
fams,
doing all
bro,
that. He's
fams,
squeaky clean, bro. He's
fams,
okay,
fams,
bro.
fams.
Omari,
Come
Come on,
Omari,
on,
man. You
hello.
man.
gotta, you
It's the
gotta, you
Why is
rap
gotta
Toronto
industry.
turning
You
their
know what's
back
rap?
on Drake like
Say
this?
that.
Why
Say
are
that
you
to Nipsey Hussle. Say that
say
to
that to
P
thank
and
you.
D Rock. Like, come
Say
on.
that
What are
to
you
thank
talking
you.
Nipsey
about
Hussle
here?
and P and D Rock
Gotta
were
say
not
blown off.
Drake, bro. They were not Drake, though. Come on,
Bro,
man.
Okay, well,
what about Young
Tupac
Dolph?
and Biggie were at the top of the game, and they got taken out. What are you
They
talking
got
about
taken
here?
So
out,
we
bro.
so what? So we're
Cameron got
thinking now
shot, bro.
Drake's gonna get
Cameron got shot. 50
allegations. He's
Yeah.
Cent
gonna
got
get
shot,
shot
bro.
and he's gonna get shot. He's gonna get
Bro,
allegations. He's
I'm
gonna
not
get this.
saying.
I don't see that happening. I think
fam,
this
Well, I
may
know, I
all
get
just
it. We're
blow
not
over in the
saying.
next month.
Okay,
That's
but
all I'm saying.
Omari, you're not
Unless I
understand.
see some raids. That's all I'm
Yeah.
saying. If I see a raid, if
fam,
I see a
I'm just
lawsuit,
saying though. I'm just saying
okay.
though. It's
Then
not looking
everything
good,
turns,
bro.
but that hasn't happened yet. So we'll
You gotta,
see.
Okay, but
yo,
Amari,
fam.
keep in mind Drake has aligned himself
What
with
the hell's
certain
Angels?
energies
Yeah.
that could be a possibility. He got so called the situation that happened the other day. That's never happened to him before, where he's gotten actually
Well,
threats like that. So
R.I.P. XXS Tentacion. God doesn't play those
exactly,
games, brother. You know that. You know that, bro.
yeah.
God fearing man
God
knows.
forbid, yeah,
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 God fearing men know, and God fearing women know. God fearing human beings know that when your number is called, your number is called, bro. You need to be very careful out here, bro.
yeah.
This planet is it's only temporary here, bro. You know what I mean? So nobody's Teflon Don, right? We're all human beings, right? So he needs to be very, very careful.
Needs to be very
You know what I
careful. I
mean?
agree. Needs to
He
be
needs to
careful.
be very, very, very careful because he's playing around with too much and he's doing too much. And that's the
Like
whole point, yo. That's the whole
exactly.
point, yo.
He's aligning himself with how angels rep. They just exposed him for that. How angels representatives that live like like
That's a
he-
little bit spooky right
Even
there.
his
That one is
neighborhood.
yeah. Did you
that's
hear about
one.
that? Anybody's heard
I
about?
did.
Did you
Yeah,
hear
we
about
did.
that?
Bro,
Yeah,
Yeah, we
see
heard
this
about that.
talking
Yep.
about
yeah,
that the news, bro. I was like, what? I didn't even know that. I had to pull it up, read an article. I'm like, and then I looked at it, I was like, oh my god, bro.
yeah.
This guy's for real. I'm like, bro, you gotta be careful, bro. Like I'm just saying, bro. I'm not. He needs to even put his heads at P's and Q's and look at even his friends. You gotta look at your friend today could be your friend today. Tomorrow, some shit pops off. They
Yeah, he
might
said
sell
that.
you out.
He said that. Yep.
They might sell you out. Remember, these are same people that he was actually going on a show with, putting money in their pocket. Remember, they were going undercarding him. He went on shows with Future.
Yeah.
He did songs with Kanye West. But at the same time, it's just like, you know what I mean? You still gotta look at people as human beings, right? And be like, yo, I can't be greasy to this guy, greasy to that guy, greasy to this woman, or greasy to that one. I gotta look at everyone as a human being, right? Or else, yo, the shit is gonna hit the fan, bro. Like one day shit just goes left, and you be like, yo, how do I fix this? But by then it's too late to fix, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I understand.
Yeah, bro. So it's like I can't even.
We'll
I
see.
wish I
We'll
could
see what
sit on here and
happens.
say he's good, but yo, it's just too much going on right now. The best thing he can do, I don't even want to say lay too low because then you look kind of too suspicious because you've been out for the problem with him, he's been out for so freaking long.
Mhm.
So when he lays low, it's like, bro, where is he? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People want to hear what he has to say, right? He has to defend himself, but at the same time, it's just like people are. You still got people saying, "Yo, put out a diss record, get
Yeah.
back at Kendrick." He
Yeah,
has
it's
this
true. Yeah.
constituent saying, "Yo, get him out of here, bro. Don't let Kendrick say that
No,
shit."
the heart six was it, bro. The heart that was done, bro. That was it. He basically
He
when he
threw
was
in the
talking at the end
towel.
of that record, he sounded like he was done, bro. He's done. He's done.
Yeah, they said he waved a white flag or whatever,
Yeah, he's done. He's
It
done.
sounded,
Done.
yeah. But then
That
He's
was a
done.
he finished
tragedy,
it off
bro. That
with
was a
like,
tragedy. This record, though, bro. Like that was the weakest diss record I ever
I
heard.
know,
Man.
I've
That was
heard,
the
I
saddest
know.
one. That was
Yeah,
like, bro, you
it's
threw in the towel. I'm like, yo, bro, you make Canadian guys look soft, bro.
yeah.
Like you kind of ruined the You should have come in there on some like, bro, on some like lyrical assassin type. But yo, Pusha T did the same thing to him, bro. Like,
But
Yeah.
that's the thing. He
you know what I
has
mean?
no ammo on like on Kendrick. He has literally nothing. He got at the other guys really efficiently. Like he got at ASAP. He got at Weekend. He got at Ross. He got at them very nicely, Future and Metro. But then when it came to Kendrick, he has nothing on Kendrick. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He has
Talk about the
nothing on
wife
him.
beater situation, but that can't be proven. And then you have these little channels that are trying to cape for Drake at certain situations where they're saying they're bringing up an old video of some Caucasian girl, but you don't even know if it's true or not. And I'm like, okay, so where's the police report? Where's this? Because if this happened at the Hard Rock Cafe, there has to be some sort of trail. Where's the police report? Where is the security information? This is like if the police were involved. So it's like they're bringing this narrative, but they're not proving nothing. And that was my issue with
Yeah,
Drake when he was talking
yeah,
these things. You have no proof to back it.
yeah,
When Kendrick was dropping these things on you, Drake, the internet was pulling receipts, and that's what the whole week I'm sitting there like, oh my god,
yeah. Yo, I have a question though. So what did he say? He beat his wife? That did Kendrick Lamar beat his wife?
yeah, beat his wife, and then some girl on the internet was saying that he beat up some woman in some hotel, and I'm like, so where the police report at? Because they've been pulling police reports on and the court documents about Diddy all through the internet. So where's the proof? Because you can find these things. Like they're
Yeah,
not
that's
saying nothing.
crazy
All they're
though.
showing is this stupid video of this girl, this Caucasian girl, and this two other one Caucasian guy and the other girl, whatever, and they're laughing throughout the whole video. They're not even serious. So how can we really trust that? Whereas
God,
everybody
bro.
else is pulling receipts on Drake, and it seems pretty credible. And it's I'm sorry to say that, and it's like it's hard. Like yo, I'm like like come on here. It's like it's just I don't know, man. I don't know that's what I said. I've never seen this before. It's just so much
Do you think he's a? Do
allegations
you think
all
he
at
thinks he's a
once.
god, bro? Do you think he has that god? You know, some of these guys start thinking
Yeah,
they're god out here, bro.
The
Jay
God
Z,
complex.
Jay
Yeah,
Z,
yeah,
Jay Z thought he was calling himself the god and stuff.
yeah.
Do you think is that what you're seeing?
Yeah, he's saying they remember he does call himself the sixth god. You know what I mean? That's what
Damn, bro.
he shouldn't have
So you
done
Yeah.
think
that.
he's
Take that, because
damn,
once you do that,
damn,
it's like you're elevating yourself above the true and living God. And
yeah,
when it comes to pride, you're gonna get knocked down when it comes to
damn.
pride. So
But
you know
that
what I
he's a
mean?
star, so that's the closest thing,
I
right?
don't
So
know.
that's the closest thing
Sad,
in
but
this
it's
realm,
What's this
yeah,
because he's
BBL thing that I'm
idolized and
hearing
stuff.
though, bro?
yeah,
Yeah.
idols exactly. Yeah.
What's this BBL thing I'm hearing, bro?
Oh, BBL Drizzy.
Oh, it's like a whole song, bro. I didn't even
Yeah,
know. It's like a whole song they made,
What's your
bro.
take on a guy with a BBL, man?
But they say he has ab implants. He ain't got no
ab
butt.
implants.
It's his
Yeah.
To
abs,
the
but
nose too.
Sorry,
his
what happened? Oh,
nose.
his
The
But
nose.
nose.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like that's low hanging because I mean, who doesn't have work done in Hollywood? All of them got
That's
something
true.
done.
Yeah,
All of
that's
You're
them.
true.
right. You're
All
right.
of
You're
them.
right on
All
that,
of them.
man.
That's low
Yeah.
hanging. I mean,
I don't know. They
if it was
couldn't.
just
Yeah.
that, then he would have been okay. But it's just all this other stuff that they're
The
bringing up.
app.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
He's
that's
calling him
crazy.
I didn't. I
BBL
didn't.
though, dog.
I
BBL
know that was
Drizzy, yeah.
crazy, and the song's so catchy too. Yo,
It is.
this song is catchy.
It is still.
I never seen a diss beat before. I was watching another podcast, and the guy was like, "I've never heard of a diss beat before. Like that's new.
Uh,
You know what I mean?" It's like,
yeah, bro.
yeah,
Drake's in trouble, man.
yeah.
I think Drake's in, bro. But you know what though, man? My only thing is though, my only thing about Drake is this is like, bro, you had the years, man. Why you flipping alienating yourself with all these people, bro? Like, why? Like, yo, bro, you had it nice, bro. What's up with all the beef, man?
What do you mean
I
by
don't
what?
know.
Like,
Who did
what's
he
up with
alien
like
himself from? I think it's the other way around. He
Future,
alienated him.
Future, bro, Future. Like, Future's the coolest guy. Like, what did you do to Future
I think
for
I think
Future
it's
to
some
be
type
like,
of woman. It had a woman. It had to do with the woman.
bro, we slept with, what, he slept with Sierra, bro? I
Nah,
don't
it
know.
was some recent
Future's
one.
beefing with Russell Wilson. Like, what is it that, bro? He slept
Nah.
with one of his new joints?
Yeah,
Damn,
yeah.
bro.
I think it was something like that.
Why would you? Oh man, Drake, bro.
Do you remember Future's 8 for 8, right? 8 kids, 8 baby mamas. So maybe it was one of them, something like that.
He smashed. What's it called? Didn't he have the same baby mom as Bow Wow, bro?
Yeah, yeah. Maybe it was her.
Damn, bro.
Who knows?
Drake,
Who
man.
knows, man? But yo,
Drake.
yo, yo, it's all good, man. We'll come back on this,
We'll
bro.
come
We're,
back,
we're gonna
bro.
come back on this. We're gonna play the not like us real quick,
Yeah,
man, and we're gonna
I
wrap
guess.
it up, man. Honestly,
Play that.
bro.
Let's play
You
Okay.
that,
know what I
man.
mean?
All right.
Let's
Let
play
let
that.
me let me let me run this track real quick, bro.
Yeah.
And we'll
Okay.
give our thoughts, bro. We'll give our thoughts.
I see dead
Can
people.
y'all hear it?
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, mustard on the beat, ho, Debo, any rap nigga, he a free throw, man down, call her Amber Lambs, tell him breathe, bro, nail a nigga to the cross, he walk around like Tizo. What's up with these jabroni ass niggas?
Yo. Can somebody tell? Can we break this down? Like, who's Tizo? Like, who? Do we know who these people are? Like, what he's talking
Nah, I
about?
have
And
no idea.
it's so
Tizo? Who's
deep, bro.
Tizo?
It's so deep. Like, there's so much
What's up with
layers,
Tizo?
bro.
I think that might be a YouTuber or athlete. I'm not too sure. There's
Ah,
people,
okay.
the
Hmm.
YouTubers in the state, they're
They
breaking
already
down
broke
these
it
lyrics
down.
like
Okay,
crazy. Yeah, like they.
okay,
I think that's what it is. Or either I don't know.
okay.
Ah,
Where is it? Oops, shit. What is it?
Niggas trying to see Compton. The industry can hate me. Fuck them all and they mama. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. I'm finna pass on this body. I'm John Stockton.
I remember that he's talking about Carl Malone passed on his
Karl
body like
Malone.
John
Yeah,
Stockton because Carl Malone had some young girls he was dealing with. Remember? I remember that. Yeah. And
damn.
there's a picture of Carl Malone at his house, bro. It's crazy.
At Drake's house?
Yeah, there's a picture
yeah.
out there. Carl Malone, him
Bruh,
and Carl Malone just chilling at his house.
That's
Crazy,
crazy.
that's
crazy,
crazy,
bro.
bro.
Crazy, bro.
Beat your ass and hide the Bible if God watching. Sometimes you gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walk him down whole time, I know he got some hoe in him. Pole on him, extort shit, bully the flow on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any bitch that talk to him and they in love, just make sure you hide your little sister from him. They tell me Chubb's the only one that get your hand-me-downs and party at the party playing with his nose now.
What? Wait. You saying Chubbs? Chubbs
It's
has his
hand me
hand.
down.
This is hand me
As
downs
hand
or
me downs, like his women, his hand me
His
downs.
women,
no? But I
whatever he
heard
has
Chubbs
left over,
finds them.
whatever he
Chubbs
doesn't like
finds them.
left over, he says, "Yo, whatever you don't like left over, just take it, bro. Like, just have whatever
Oh,
you
I
don't
thought
like,
it was.
whatever."
I thought Chubbs finds the girls for him, type of thing.
Yeah, he finds them from Drake deals with whatever he wants to deal with, and then whatever is left over, he's like, "Yo, you could have it."
Yeah.
Wow, wow.
And Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles.
And didn't Baca get robbed? Apparently.
No, oh, there's
Currently
more
got
than
robbed.
that. Oh no, Baca. Not only did he get robbed, he had he had the SCX or sorry, human trafficking
That was
No,
before. Yeah,
charge.
that
I'm
was
talking about
old.
no recently, like
He
last week.
recently
They
got
said he
robbed.
got robbed
Oh, okay, that's
in
what you're
Los
talking
Angeles.
about.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't. Oh,
he
okay,
took for his
okay.
jewels, bro, for his African's finest, bro, around his neck, bro. His water, bro. They took that off him, bro.
Listen, LA's no joke.
Wow,
Oh my god.
that's
That's what they're
People are
crazy.
always
saying,
getting
allegedly.
extorted and robbed over there, man. A lot of
Damn.
these artists, yeah,
Bro,
like
Pop Smoke got killed over there, man. Remember, LA's
yeah,
no joke. Biggie Smalls died over there.
that's true. That's true.
P&B Rock, a lot of those guys. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wop, wop,
TMB
wop,
Rock.
wop, wop. That fuck 'em up. Wop, 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 wop. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trolling like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Crazy.
That's crazy right there.
Yeah.
They not like us. 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 You think the Bay gon' let you disrespect Pop, nigga? I think that Oakland show gon' be your last stop, nigga. They cold foul. I don't know why you still pretending. What is the owl? Bird niggas and bird bitches. Go. The audience not dumb. Shape the stories how you want. Hey Drake, they're not slow. Rabbit hole is still deep. I can go further, I promise. Ain't there some be rest that's for bitching? You Malibu most wanted. Ain't no
Wait. See, you kind of went over my head with that one, bro. I never even watched Malibu's Most Wanted, bro.
B
So
Rat is a.
basically, yeah,
Sorry, go ahead.
what's it? It's a cop, isn't it? About a cop or something like that. Malibu's Most
No,
Wanted.
Malibu Most Wanted is about a like a wannabe rapper. He's like
Wannabe
a
gangster. Wannabe
wannabe
rapper,
gangster
gangster
rapper. It's like a
rapper.
parody.
It's a
So he's
parody.
calling the B Rat
Oh,
was his name, so he's
oh yeah,
calling
yeah,
Drake a
yeah, yeah,
wannabe gangster rapper.
yeah.
Yeah,
What's that guy? Jamie?
Jesse.
Is that Jamie Kennedy?
Jamie
Yeah.
Kennedy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jamie
yeah,
Kennedy.
Jamie
Yo,
Hey,
whatever
Kennedy.
happened to Jamie Kennedy, bro?
I know he's funny
that's like
though.
old school
Yo,
right
what
there.
happened to him though? Like, where is
There's
he? Is
so
he
many
still
white
alive?
guys like that back in the day. Yeah, he's still
I
alive.
don't
He's still
know.
alive. He's
Oh
still alive.
shit.
Yeah,
That's classic, bro.
yeah.
Man, that was an era, bro. You have to just be there, bro. Oh three, jeez.
No, boy, big
Yeah.
ball boy, fish Gatorade or something. Since 2009, I had this bitch jumping. You niggas will get a wedgie, be flipped over your boxes, or over your foe. The other vaginal option, pussy.
What? What's OVO for? Hood vaginal.
Other
Other
other vaginal
vaginal
options.
options. Ooh, he's calling him a fish, bro.
He's a
Straighten they
Batman.
posture, got famous all up in content. Might write this with a doctor. Tell a pop star quit hiding. Fuck a caption, won't action. No accident, I'm hands on. He fuck around, get polished. Fucked on Wayne Grower, he was in jail. That's conniving. Then get his face tatted like a bitch apologizing. I'm glad D Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him neither. From Alondra down to Central, nigga better not speak on Serena. And your homeboy needs a subpoena.
Wait. What? Yo, this guy's deep with it. Like you see how fast he's rapping, bro. You can't even
Yeah.
understand what like. Drake don't really have flow like that. Like his flow is not so like intricate, bro. Like every single word he says means something, bro. Like Drake is just so surface level. It's like a young kid can understand. Like my son can probably understand what Drake's talking about. But this song is for somebody who has like a ear, bro, for hip hop, bro. It's, man, slicing them
Wordsmith,
up, bro.
bro. Wordsmith, bro.
Wordsmith, yeah, slicing and dicing him, bro. Like wordsmith, yeah.
Hmm.
It's crazy.
That predator moving flocks. That name gotta be registered and placed on neighborhood watch. I lean on you niggas like another line of walk. Yeah, it's all eyes on me and I'ma send it up the pot. Ay, put the roll label on me, I'ma get them dropped. Ay, sweet chin music and I won't pass the ox. Ay, how many stocks do I really have in stock? Ay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 5. Ay, devil is a lie. Here's 69 God. Ay, freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. Ay, roll their ass up like a fresh pack of Zod. Ay, city is back up, it's a must, we outside. Ay.
You know those are double entendres he just said, right?
Which one? 69 freaky.
69 got because he's talking about he's a freak, but he's also a snitch at the same time. Those are double entendre.
Wait, what do you mean? Say that again.
So
What do you mean?
69, he says a six got 69 freak. So it's a double entendre. So the
Oh,
meaning is 69, like Takashi 69, you're a snitch, but you're also a freak at this. It's a double entendre.
oh wow.
Yeah,
I think I remember, like I caught it, but I forgot that he was even
yeah,
saying that, bro. Like it just went over
yeah.
my head.
Yeah. He's
They not like us. 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 Once upon a time, all of us was in chains. Homie still double down, calling us some slaves. Atlanta was the mecca,
He shouldn't
building
have done
railroads and
that.
trains. Bear
He
with me.
shouldn't.
What?
Pause that for a second. This is why. See, do you guys remember Family Matters when Drake's
yeah.
like, "Oh, Kendrick's about," he's like, "Oh, you
You're
like
free
you're
to
You're
slave.
rapping to
freeing the
free the
slaves."
slaves.
They said he shouldn't have done that.
But yo, the funny part is these people are funny. They're acting like Drake family wasn't slaves either. Like what? This man, his dad's from Memphis, right? Like his dad's from the South.
Y- Yeah, but he never grew up in the South. He never grew. Remember, he's not. He wasn't part of the culture. That's their argument. Like
Nah, I hear you still. You're right.
you still calling them slaves, but one of the guys that was watching, he was like, "Oh, his dad should have told him, hey, don't put that in that line, and don't talk about that,"
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why he Kendrick came back and schooled them, and he was talking about Atlanta. You see it in the whole diss song. He's like schooling them at the same time. You're gonna hear
Yeah.
it. Just yeah, it's like-
That's crazy.
yeah.
For a second, let me put y'all on game. The settlers was using town folk to make them richer. Fast forward 2024, you got the same agenda. You run to Atlanta when you need a check balance. Let me break it down for you. This the real nigga challenge. You caught future when you didn't see the club. Hey, what? Little baby help you get your lingo up. What? 21 get your first street cred. Thug makes you feel like you a slime in your head. Hey, what? Quavo said you can be from North Side. What? 2 Chainz say you good, but he lied. You run to Atlanta when you need a few dollars. No, you not a colleague, you a fucking colonizer. The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar. Mm. He a fan, he a fan, he a fan. He a fan, he a fan, he a freaky ass nigga. He a 69 God, freaky ass nigga. He a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Freaky ass nigga. He a 69 God, freaky ass nigga. He a 69 God. Hey, 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 run for your life. Hey, 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 run for your life. Let me hear you say OV ho. OV ho. Say OV ho. OV ho. Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Then step this way, step that way. Then step this way, step that way.
Wow. 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 That's all I gotta say is wow.
That's
Wow.
crazy. Did
I
we
think our
lose
selector
our
left.
selector?
Yeah,
We
we
lost.
lost him. He dipped out. He left. But
Okay.
yeah, so yo, give him some final thoughts. What are your final thoughts on this whole situation? Final thoughts. Try to wrap this up, man. Salute to everybody who tuned in. Salute to Jerome Williams, Mr. Williams himself. Salute to us
Yes,
Selector. Salute to
L
Nas. You know
selector.
what I mean? My
Thank
name is
you.
Omari Styles. We're gonna wrap
Yeah.
this up. Give him some final thoughts. What should just give him some final thoughts.
Uh, Final thoughts. We'll see how this goes, man. It's not looking good for Drake, Jersey Drake, and um, I don't know. What Kendrick did was genius. To be honest, I got to be honest. As I was telling my family members, I'm unbiased when it comes to Drake because Drake's not really my favorite artist. Tupac's my favorite artist, yeah, and Kendrick's not my favorite artist as well. But I don't know, man. Like, and then all these things are happening to Drake. Part of me was feeling bad, and I wish him well, and hope everything works out with him. But I don't know. It's a career changing thing, man. I don't know, man. It's looking hard. It's looking hard in these streets, man. And this wrecking business is cutthroat. And well, all the best to Drake. I hope that hopefully he'll come back from this. But it's not like the story added on situation. It's not like Pusha T where he came back up and he did numbers like his numbers is they're even saying his numbers were dropping, like the streams were dropping, and I was just like, oh man. But you know what? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. What are your thoughts?
My thoughts are, I think Drake at the end of the day is still Drake. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he lost the battle. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see if he loses the war. I think it's a little too early to say if he's gonna actually lose the war. But we'll see again. That song just dropped a week ago. It's only been a week.
Yeah. It's
Remember,
only been a week.
people have a microwave memory. You know what I mean? Stuff just goes in one ear and out the other. So
I don't know about
well,
this
no,
one. People are still
I'm just
talking
saying
about it.
that's just my thoughts as
Yeah.
of right now. We'll see what happens.
Understandable.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what
And
happens.
I
At the
don't
end of
think
the day,
this
he's
is
still Jewish. He's still Drake. He lost the battle. We'll see if he loses the war. It's still a little early in my mind. You know what I mean? Even though everybody has him up, and we'll see if he loses the war. I know he has to make music, but I don't want to see this. Hey, I saw some pages. What was that page I was looking at earlier? This guy was talking about, oh, he should be. One of these guys are saying, oh, he should be indicted and he should be this. They gotta come get him and arrest him and
uh
all this type of stuff. I'm like, bro, like the internet is just like
no.
they're a
The
little bit
internet can get
too.
carried away.
They're
It
getting a
can,
little
because
too
remember,
carried away. That's what I'm saying. People just like to get. They like to get carried away,
the
You know what I mean? Because
salacious
they like to
stuff. Yeah,
sensationalize the
yeah,
world and sensationalize life. You know what I mean? Just for like their own entertainment. And I don't know how people
yeah.
can want to see that, especially if these things are not true. Hey, but if it is
We
true,
don't know if it's well. We have
but
to be
that's what I'm
careful
saying.
with
If it
that.
is true,
You
if
have to
it
be
is
careful because we
true,
don't know if it's
if
not
it is
true.
true, and if it's proven
Yeah,
to be true,
yeah,
again, these guys they're tied into other entities and stuff like that. So who the heck
yeah.
knows if they'll ever even, you know, pay for whatever they've done? You know what I mean? I think ultimately there's only one judge out here, you know what I mean? So I think they'll
That's
pay
true. Only
in
God can
that,
judge us.
you know what I mean? They'll pay in that lake of
Yeah.
fire at the end of the day, you know what I mean? But while they're in this realm, I don't know. I don't know if they'll ever pay for it. That's all I'm really coming. That's all I was really trying to say. I don't know if they'll pay for anything. Yeah, they'll maybe pay by losing money and stuff like that. But I don't know if they'll pay in any other type of way. But we'll
No,
see.
I don't think it's
Only
at that
time.
level of like R. Kelly level or
That's what
like
I'm trying
the
to say. I don't know, but
Weinstein
we'll
level,
see.
but
We'll see.
yeah, yeah, we'll see. And
I think he's a little bit
um,
too young for all of that. Those stuff don't usually start happening
no,
to those
no,
guys
no,
until
no,
they
no,
hit
no. We're
like
not. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. No,
what?
no, no. Has nothing to do with age. No, has.
I'm just
You're talking
saying.
about.
Usually it's those things happen to those guys when they hit like 50 and 60 and stuff like
No,
that.
no, we're
I'm just
not
saying.
doing that.
I'm just saying.
No, 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 no. We're not doing that. But at the same time, no, it's not. Has nothing to do with
Why
age
are we
right now.
doing that? Why not?
No, because you're saying, oh, it's because they're older. And it's just like
I'm just
that
saying
wasn't,
because
but that was
remember
the same
Diddy.
art. Hold on, listen,
Remember.
hold on, listen.
Okay, go on. I'm listening.
Just give me a
I'm
moment.
listening.
Just give me a
Yes, go ahead.
moment, okay?
Yeah, yeah, go
Because
ahead.
that's what that was people that was the argument that people were saying about what Drake was saying on that Hearts Part Six that he's too rich to do that. He's too rich. So that everybody's just like, well, hello. So R. Kelly wasn't rich. You know, Weinstein's richer than you and he's in jail right now, or you know what I mean, like Weins Epstein, but you know, like these guys had money like that, so it's like you can't say that. So it's not like it has nothing to do with age. It's whether these things, what, as I said, we don't know. Everything is like, I wouldn't say speculation because there's receipts, a lot of these receipts, but as you said earlier, he hasn't been indicted, there's no arrest, there's no lawsuits or anything like that. So everything's okay at this moment, but sorry, we don't know. Like it hasn't got to that level yet, and we're hoping that it doesn't. You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like I don't know. These receipts are coming out, and people are like matching to it. But at the same time, yes, people do get a little carried away, especially with that whole PDF file situation. Like, I don't believe that's true. You know what I mean? That's my personal opinion. Has he, if he does mess with teenagers, maybe they're like 18, 17, 18, 19, maybe, but that, yeah, we have to be careful with that. We don't want to kind of throw those type of labels on people and we don't know the full truth. You know what I mean? So, but yeah,
Yeah, all I was gonna say
yeah.
is that I'm just looking at like history. Basically nowadays
Hmm.
that's a pretty common thing. This whole trafficking thing for these like quote unquote like larger than life celebrities, these stars. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
normally they'll have an allegation or two. They'll beat the
Hmm.
first one, right? They'll go about their life, and then the second one will come up, and then it's like, yeah, let's get him out of here, type of thing. Like R. Kelly had
Yeah.
like what, like three, like maybe like two or three before he actually like
That's
remember
true.
the Aaliyah one was like in the early 90s, then he had another one in like the late 90s, early 2000s. Now he had then he started after that second one, then it was like, okay, it started to hit the fam.
Hit the
You know what I
fan.
mean?
Yeah. Cause maybe he
And
got
then
off of that time.
the first one, yeah, he got
Yeah. The
off. And then he
first
got
one
off
he
the
got
second
off.
one.
Yeah.
He got off
Yeah.
twice. He got off twice, if I'm not mistaken.
Crazy.
He got off twice. So that's all
Yeah.
I'm trying to say is that, and P. Diddy, he got off with that Shine situation. He got off, right?
He
Even
shouldn't
Epstein,
have.
remember, even Epstein got off too originally. He got off too. So a lot of these guys, they always get off like a couple times, and then so I don't know if everything's gonna come collapsing down on Drake. We'll see. We'll see. You know what I mean? We'll see.
Yeah.
But we'll
We don't
just
want to
leave.
wish anybody's downfall.
That's what I'm trying
Not
to say. And a
Drake's
lot
or
of
Kendrick.
these
Yeah, but a lot
YouTubers
of these
be like trying to
YouTubers
wish down. Yeah, I don't like that. I
downfall.
think that's
Yeah.
very corny. That's a very corny
Yeah.
thing to do and to say, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But it's just, and I don't know, it's these
It is what
lyrics
it
that
is.
some people have to be careful what they say. Words are powerful, like
It
it's
is very
just,
powerful. Yeah.
on both sides. I hear Drake's lyrics and then also Kendrick, like that Meet the Grounds was like
That
serious,
was
man. That
crazy.
just, that puts you in a different level of thinking. You're just like, this is,
Yeah,
can I switch this off?
he's
But it's,
wild.
so, but it's such a good track, but it's just
It
like,
is. It is.
it's like, it kind of sounds really spooky and dark at the same time. So,
It does. It
but
does.
then with Family Matters, Drake had a lot of dark imagery,
He does.
very dark imagery in that video.
Absolutely.
And he said, "Oh,
Absolutely.
you die and doing the gunshot, pop, pop, pop," and all of a sudden his house gets shot up like a couple weeks after he filmed that video. Art imitates life. We live in this. It's like we're more the spiritual realm is it's actually more realer than the natural. So it's like you have to be careful what you're saying because, as you
Absolutely.
said, you're it's either you speak life or death. Life and death is in the power of our tongue. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
a lot of these lyrics end up manifesting. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
when Drake started, that's what I'm saying. He started to become really dark because he started to change up what he was saying at the same time too. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel what certain parts of Drake, like but then that video, when I watched that video, it just looked too very dark. And I'm like, okay, why does it look so dark? You know what I mean? And then him talking with the Hell's Angel, even the guy when I was watching I Love Hip Hop podcast, the guys, the host that was talking to academics, he's just like, what's up with that part? Like, I don't understand. Like, why is he talking to that person? Like, who is that guy? And then they revealed who he was. He's like, okay, what's up with that? Why? You know what I mean? So people are kind of questioning these certain things. Because videos, they always depict a certain story or what's happening in real life, too. So I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right. Well, you know what I'm saying? We'll probably just leave it at that then. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
we'll leave it
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
that dark energy. He's been like you said. I think what you said at one time a while ago. That dark lane demo tapes, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was, and even on that
Yeah.
what's that? What's he out? Scary hours. Even on his scary hours,
Scary
he be on
hours.
that
Yeah.
like that weird stuff, bro. So it is what it is, man. So that lake of
Yeah.
fire, I for sure, that's coming for sure. But that whatever is happening here in this world we live in, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh,
He's protected by he's protected. He's really protected out here. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll leave it at
I
that.
don't,
You know what I
but with
mean?
Drake's
But
protection is
I'm
shaky,
just
so he
saying,
has to
I'm
be
just
careful.
saying,
Just like what El Selector was
we'll
saying, you have to be careful. You
he
know what I
has to
mean?
be
It's
careful. I
shaky.
understand. I'm just
Yeah,
saying he is
the
Jewish. He's
protection's
half
shaky.
white. He's half white. So he's a lot. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. And he's still a cash cow. He's still
Sometimes
a
that don't
cash cow.
fly. You know what I mean? We got
He's
to
half white.
take the
He's still a
colorism
cash
out, and
cow.
that's another issue. That's
He's still
another
half
topic.
white. He's still a cash cow. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, I get
Hey,
it.
so I
Yeah, I
mean,
get it. They still have to protect the
they
investment at the
still
end
gotta
of the day, right?
protect their
But I wish
assets
they did
somehow,
that. I
some
wish they
way.
protected Tupac because he was an investment. I wish they protected Biggie because he was big. They were big investment, but they were
Those
more
guys are just
dead
N
than
words.
alive.
They're just
Sorry,
N words. They're just N words. So
I get it.
so it's
Yeah,
different, a little different. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. You know what I'm
mhm.
saying? So again, salute to everybody for popping in, and you know
Yeah.
what I
Thank you,
mean.
everyone.
See the viewers went up, went down, went up, went down. So it was a good live, man. Salute to everybody.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Hopefully it doesn't get taken down for playing that song, but as you said, it's
No, there's no
uncopyrighted music.
copyright. Kendrick
You
did
know
a
what I
good
mean?
thing.
But you never know. Who knows? We'll
Yeah.
see. Maybe we
We'll
said
see.
something. Who knows? Anyways,
Oh
yo,
yeah, yeah.
we're
That's
out.
right.
We're out. I'm gonna hit the end button and peace.
Peace.